My name is Sage Francis. Boing, oing, oing.
Hey, I'm not Sage. I'm Dibbs.
I'm Dose.
Hey, I'm Slug.
I'm Buck.
And I'm Gel.
This is Prem Rock.
And this is Curly Castro.
This is Brother Ali, and you're watching DOD45.
45.
Keep it right here. There's a lot of things happening here that you're not going to get anywhere else.
Ladies and gentlemen, can I please have your attention? Stop what you're doing and listen.
DOD45. This is the DOD45 Show, drawing over discussions 45 minutes with a special guest. Welcome. I'm your host and resident artist, Tai of Art by Tai, joined by my awesome co-host, Adrienne Taiwali'i. In each of these DOD45 episodes, we sit down with a special guest, someone we admire and are inspired by, and we dive into meaningful discussions. But here's the twist. While we're chopping it up with our guest, I'll also be creating live artwork that unfolds in real time. I set a 45-minute timer, grab my pen, and create a one-of-a-kind piece of art for our guest while we chat. So stick around to experience the creative process in action, hear some great stories, and maybe even learn something new and unexpected about today's guest. Peace. DOD45. Oh, hello, Earthlings, fellow humans.
People of Earth, how are you?
Hello, hey yo, Adrienne.
Yo, Adrienne. We did it.
Good day.
Good day, mate. Is that what you're going to be?
Good
That would
day.
be good.
Good day.
I'm going to put in a clip of Crocodile Dundee saying,
What?
Good day, mate.
G'day. Nick Dundee from Australia. How are you?
Why don't you use Steve Irwin?
Okay.
G'day. I'm Steve Irwin.
Did you know that him and the guy whose name I cannot remember? You know the guy.
Crocodile Dundee?
The guy, Evolution guy. What's his name? Evolution guy. He went to the places, explored. The guy. They owned the same tortoise.
I don't know who you're talking about.
The Galapagos guy. The guy. Evolution man.
The fucking guy.
Who is Mr. Ramble? Mr. Ramble, the guy that's trying to kill Adam. Whoa! The guy that Adam stole a tractor from.
I don't know who you're talking about. I'm sorry.
Him and Steve Irwin.
You're not supposed to ask me. You're not supposed to forget and ask me. If this is going to start happening, we're fucked.
I think when
in 20 years, you're going to see Adrienne and I wandering around. Going,
I think when I was a baby, they replaced my hippocampus with a hippo, and I cannot remember anything.
Maybe something happened to his medulla oblongata.
Hey, something wrong with his medulla oblongata.
My medulla oblongata, I think, is fine. or Steve Irwin.
You said that.
And Evolution Man.
Okay, what about it?
They own
Doesn't
the
matter.
same tortoise.
Oh, that's it? All of that for that? Well, welcome to the DOD45 Show, everyone. Here we are in Series 8 still.
Funny, nothing comes up when you type in Evolution Man.
Oh, because it's been erased with all the books and everything.
Darwin. Charles Darwin.
The fuck?
Him and Steve Irwin owned the same tortoise.
Isn't Charles Darwin from that's 1300s?
Like 17 or 18 or something, yeah.
What, this turtle is that old?
Tortoises live that long.
Oh, wow.
That's
cool.
That's the
cool.
amazing. If I could just get there
took
quicker.
Too long to get there, but fuck it. It's all right. That's interesting. I didn't realize that.
Yeah. So good day.
Good day.
G'day, mate. Let's put another shrimp on the barbie.
Oh, here we are. Welcome, DOD45 Show. Our guests tonight are the legendary Codefendants.
There's a sucker born every day. Many get taxed, few get paid, some don't last, and some get saved. But no one gets away. Grab a hoodie, get a mask, stack a rack, and pack a passport. Stash it out back and bury it with a ghost gun and a black James.
Dun, dun, dun. We're in our new time slot Tuesday nights. More time for you to catch up if you missed the episode. Don't know if we're doing every other week or what yet. I think we'll just stick with it for now.
We're really hoping that today is around the...
Close to the 18th. Close to the 20th. Close to 420. It doesn't matter.
today.
Okay.
for my sake.
I wasn't going to do a drawing today for our episode with the Codefendants. I was just going to let you stare at the drawing that I did for that we're talking about on this episode, the limited edition print. But once we arrived, so we're recording this intro post recording the episode. So yeah, on this episode, we're talking with the Codefendants, and it's kind of part of our release, this drawing that I did of the Codefendants at the request of Ceschi. We're doing a special limited edition print of it, printed on this really nice paper. Oh, it's just a really nice print, a limited edition of 100 of them. I don't know the exact date that we're gonna be doing release of them. I think we're doing pre-sales of the 100, but each print is signed by each member of the band and myself, and they all come with a limited edition, a certificate of authenticity that's also
that's
signed.
What's actually signed, right?
Yeah, but we all signed the prints too.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, it's really cool. We'll talk about that in the episode.
And that, just to clarify, that's not a print that you've printed.
No, this is from their print shop in Las Vegas. Yeah, it's totally a whole limited edition thing that's being done through the band. It's not done through Art by Tai. I created the artwork, but it's that's where that ends.
And I guess I just clarify that because you do your own printing.
Yeah.
That's your printer.
Yep, back there in the background. But yeah, it's something really cool. I'm glad to be part of it. I'm glad that Ceschi asked me to do it. We get into that in this episode. A quick shout out to some of the folks we're happy to be affiliated with: Wyoming Out Loud, Underground Sound Magazine, Brickbox Brewery in Tucson, Arizona, Handsmade Collective. Also, shout outs to Grow Haven, Terror Tacos, AWOL One, and Speaker Face, and Mr. Dibbs, and of course, Strange Famous Records. Those guys right there. Still uploading past episodes due to the Spotify dumping our old account back in December of 2024. So I'm still dealing with that. Whatever. It is what it is. Real quick, Adrienne, if university had been in your cards.
Oh, yeah.
Do you think you would have ever considered being an archaeologist or getting into archaeology?
If I could have just gone off into weirdo school, outside school. If it hadn't had to have been inside a classroom, yes. However, Latin, memorizing anything in Latin would have never worked out for me.
Oh, do you have to know Latin to be an archaeologist?
Probably. You do to have to, botany, you do for anything medical. Oh. So, yeah, talking about that hippocampus there.
Hey, something wrong with his medulla oblongata.
Being replaced
Maybe
with a hippo.
Something happened to his medulla oblongata.
I cannot memorize things, so.
Oh, you seem to memorize things pretty well.
Learner. Oh, yeah.
Things that you got hands on. It's the book stuff that you don't.
Yeah.
That's why you say if you did one of the weirdo schools, quote unquote.
I don't even know if that exists, but I do know that it exists for preschool.
Wow. Do you have a favorite memory from Las Vegas? Any favorite Las Vegas memories?
From just when we were there?
No. Outside of...
Oh, well, obviously when we took the kids to see the comedy show.
Oh.
Whoever those are.
Shit, now we're on my brains.
I can't remember who they are. The silent guy and the not silent guy.
Oh my God.
Bob and Seeger.
It's like the most
Penn and Teller.
Penn and Teller. Yeah, that's a cool show.
And it was fun, and we got to take them into that whatever hotel has the Chihulis.
Bellagio.
And the one with the cool, maybe it's the same hotel that decorates for whatever Chinese New Year.
Still the Bellagio.
Theme.
Yeah.
I guess we went to the Bellagio.
I don't even know if Penn and Teller are still doing that show, but you can get tickets for real cheap if you stay in the same hotel, or you get the hotel for free with the tickets or some shit.
I think hotels in Vegas are just very inexpensive.
I think that's changed. Someone we were talking to said that's changed.
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah.
Somebody.
But yeah, Vegas is a fun place.
Runsky said that.
But I also hate it. I'm not a big fan of it, so I don't know.
I know. But the Bellagio, if that's the place they keep referring to, is very aesthetically pleasing if you can get through the humans.
Yeah. We used to go quite a bit with my friends, and
do you have a favorite memory there?
I don't think I do. All my memories of there are passing through on my way to. I don't think I do.
I really never went there much. We did go as a kid, and we saw Circus.
Yeah.
I don't even think
as a kid, I think my memories are cool because that was what was big. The old, what do they call the old strip, like Circus? That's where, like when we were growing up, that's where you always went. And I remember that being kind of neat and like, wow, this stuff. But now with the new, like, it's like a Disney World. I don't know. It's too much. I don't know.
The only thing I remember really about Circus is we saw the show, but then there was like a kiosk where you could buy something from the show, and that just blew my mind.
Buying something's fun, always.
I don't know if we bought anything, but I just remember going like, whoa, this is like a thing for the thing, and you can take it if you buy it.
I had in my show notes too, this one's from a long time ago. It just says displaced teenagers. And I think I think that's what I was growing up. And me and my friends. Well, I don't know what.
Those would be like, wouldn't that be like the Lost Boys, the FLDS kids?
Displaced teenagers?
Like if they were, they kicked them out of the community.
I don't know. That's just what I have. But then I have this written in there, the story about, so my girlfriend, we used to hang at her house all the time. This was in 7th grade. Like just basically lived there. I don't even, like, her stepdad hated us. And she wasn't my girlfriend that long. But then she also lived in Idaho. So she went to Idaho. And then me and my friend, we tried to she was supposed to leave the door open when they left so that we could
still hang
out at the house.
The way young
I know,
think.
And the door was locked. So, and this was in the winter. So we tried to break into the window of her, open her bedroom, and it was my friend Kelly, and I had made him climb up on the roof. But oh my God,
somebody else lived there now?
No, she had the dormers. Is that what they're called? Yeah, the extended. That was a room. So it was a super tall roof. So Kelly was up there on the roof trying to get into the window, but her window was locked. And then he just started crying because it was so high. He was like, I feel horrible, but it was in the winter. So he was up there crying like, I'm scared. And then just slipped off.
And was fine.
He was fine, landed in the snow. And so the reason so I can't laugh anymore because not recently, maybe a year or two, he like died in his truck alone. Like had a stroke or something.
Not Kelly.
You never met him.
Oh, okay.
He was
didn't Kelly Wynn die like when?
Oh yeah. So then my other friend Kelly died it was a snowboard competition, and the people who set up the lighting, there was like exposed wire or something, and someone was holding it, and he was standing next to him, and they like died. And then but I think that's what I was getting at with this displaced teenagers thing. Like all these friends of mine. It's just such I don't know. I had it in the show notes, but then, I just found out like another close friend of mine, he's locked up for he's at like 22 years or something. And then another friend of ours died. I don't know. It was weird, but we were teenagers. When we were teenagers, like we were a fucking madhouse. It was a madhouse.
Yeah.
That's why I think of displaced teenagers. I
think maybe latchkey is more.
But seemed like we were so much worse than just the word latchkey.
Displaced, I don't think that's the right one, but you guys, I'm sure, were a handful. And
all of it's crazy, but not crazy as some. But now, maybe because I often say all my friends are dead or in prison, but I still have a lot of friends that's fine. Everyone's fine.
You just actually were lucky enough to have a lot of friends.
Maybe that's the case. Yeah. Oh, let's crack on. Sorry. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to get detoured, but
that's fine.
I think it maybe because it was something to do with Ceschi's song, that one that I have in the DOD45 love song.
I rest my case, you rest in the grave. Oh, friend, you gave me strength through the ways. You said, fuck it all, we need to fuck it all, comes to an end.
But it's so good. Every time I hear it, it gets me in the feels. And he's singing about, wow, shit. I don't want to sound dumb on their episode. Here's the song. I love it.
I rest my head on a metal jail bed and dream of ways things were better back then. When your bucket holes made perfect sense.
And it's about your friends that you lose. And yeah, anyway. All right, let's crack on. We're diving into the world of the Codefendants, a groundbreaking trio that's redefining genre boundaries with their unique Crimewave sound. Stop me if you've heard this one. Ceschi, Sam, and Mike walk into a bar. I don't know.
I didn't stop you because I haven't heard it.
Sam King is best known as the frontman for the Bay Area punk band Get Dead.
Well, they played the daily belly of a lot of strange cases. A million ways to fall in love with all of the mistakes. It's a perfect place to keep up with the pace and navigate a maze meticulously engineered to make a payday. Hey, hey, who are you? What's your deal? What you coming to take? Are you for real? Are those your friends? This is a respectable place. To keep it 100, we could have plumbed it. Fuck the dumb shit, make you dance until we leave the corners from your stomach.
His journey with the Codefendants began when his graffiti crew organized tattoo sessions and created flash art to support Ceschi during his incarceration.
Oh.
Yeah. This act of solidarity laid the foundation for a profound musical collaboration. Ceschi Ramos.
On the road again. Here's an obligatory reference to Kerouac. He was eating apple pie at a diner. I'm sneezing, sleeping on a rug with cats. Still trying to convince myself that exposure will fend away lifelong allergies. While waking puffy-eyed as a boxer every other day of the week. These songs are spare change signs. Under rain, dripping and smudged. Near the freeway entrance, New Haven, Connecticut. I-91, I've gone on a mission from a vicious dick.
Also, a member of the Codefendants, who our audience know, has been past guest and is a contributor to our song recommendation segment. He's a versatile artist whose style seamlessly blends hip-hop, folk, and punk influences.
Every single breath that I'm taking has created me. Endless thank yous to the women who raised me. Try to keep my head cool though life keeps burning me. Sorry that I never learned how to respect authority. Forgive me. Mother, I swear that I'm a grown man. You taught me how to walk holding my pinky in your hand. 30 years later, bearded, ready for whatever. They can hold me down for now.
His solo performances are renowned for their emotional depth and genre-defying artistry.
Remember in your teens when you found your father's crack pipe. The sense of chemicals lingers in your mind with your grandfather's suicide. How dare you fall in love with anybody when you can't love your own life? How dare you fall in love with anybody at all?
After his release, Ceschi connected with Sam after his release from prison. Mm-hmm. Was it prison? Yeah, I guess. He was connected with Sam at the iconic Gilman Street Project in Berkeley, California. They bonded over shared musical passions, which planted the seeds for what would now become the Codefendants.
Shark swarm with a mouthful of chipped teeth for mistaking the reef for being shallow, hollow, and weak. I watch them wade in the wake of their own misplaced assumption. Place ain't for the faint of heart, it's cold and it loves nothing.
Snare kick, hi-hat, boom bap, boom raps, fast cash, class war, click clack, who that? See me with this orbit ahead for the door to the time chop chop, keep putting that gas. Am I really gonna need to slow it down for all you dumb?
Fat Mike of the legendary band No Effects.
The orthopedic Dr. Money's good for waffle making, kicking through the shin.
He joined forces with Sam and Ceschi to produce and play on their debut album, This Is Crimewave. That was released in March of 2023.
Strip the meat off every finger that's ever gotten close to me.
Try to system up before the bay crashes back down. They'll be out to pay, but rates are lower by now.
The album received acclaim for its innovative fusion of hip-hop, new wave, and Beatles-esque melodies, a genre they aptly dubbed Crimewave. Wave.
What a mountain of evidence stacked against me. Climbing to the top, had the stunning look at my hell. Bodies of prison cells, made of cells. That smell is not plastic running, you just made my heart melt. Nobody can clean up this mess.
Their live shows are known for their raw emotion and crowd engagement. We know personally, we've seen them a couple of times, once in Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay, Florida? That's word sounds weird. Do we say Tampa Bay or do we just say Tampa?
Tampa.
Anyway, that was a great show. Then we saw him in San Francisco. They fucking know what they're doing on stage. We also have seen Ceschi solo quite a bit. We saw him in Salt Lake City and in Minneapolis.
It's nice that he travels around so much.
Yeah, because we get to see
We
him.
actually travel around so much for work, and our paths cross.
Yeah, they cross often, and I enjoy that. I think mostly for live shows and touring and stuff like that, if you're catching them out, it's going to be Sam and Ceschi performing. After, NoFX disbanded, Mike's done touring and playing live shows. So in this episode, we're interviewing all three of the guys. Mike stepped out to make some eggs for breakfast. And I think he's making the eggs through the whole episode. So
I think he's still making the eggs.
Might still be making the eggs.
Well, I thought, well, you do know this. I always thought he was English.
Yeah.
I always thought I heard an English accent when I listened to NoFX. Maybe it was the oi ois, but...
That was definitely what it was, the oi oi. Few quick other little things. Beyond their work with the Codefendants, each member of the band continues to influence the music scene. Sam King still remains active with Get Dead.
We enjoy the way a Molotov lights up a place. While blatant disregard for safety, just look at my face. Running to pressurize above the makeup in the storylines. Busy with cautious snakes, circle around the pretty lines. Father wave, knock on water to believe. It's a stronger, better, best better what you say. Wave open, waging on something.
Ceschi Ramos collaborates with various artists. I don't know if he's collaborating with a couple of people. I don't know.
Yeah, right now, currently, you should just keep an eye out.
Yeah, just keep an eye out with who he is collaborating with. One of them being one of Adrienne's favorites.
And the other one
and being one of my
yours.
favorites. Yeah, but I don't know if we're at liberty to be able to mention those, so I won't. He's also contributed to projects like Factor Chandeliers Without a Trace.
Scream for the Lord and take your vocal cords. So horse, so you found out what you've been living for. Been alive through the back door. Everything is running to find you. Put the mind more. Forgetting the time and place. Hard for me to cry these days. Wondering how my mind's erased. Going great. Accepting that everything will fade. Gone without a trace.
He works with Factor Chandelier a lot. I think they ended up recording that third album. I don't know for sure. And then Fat Mike continues to be a pivotal figure in the punk rock scene. He's no longer with NoFX. NoFX is disbanded, but he's still nurturing new talents through his label. Also, got to shout out Fat Mike's latest wild adventure, the Punk Rock Museum in Las Vegas. We were in such a rush when we went down there to go film them. Then we had to come to Missouri. We weren't able to stop it there. But the Punk Rock Museum in Las Vegas is in this area that's really... I think it's a new area of Las Vegas that's really cool.
A new old area.
Yeah, a new old area. It's a 12,000 square foot tribute to over 50 years of punk rock history, packed with legendary gear, handwritten lyrics, stage-worn clothes, you name it. And you can literally play guitars and basses used by bands like NoFX, Pennywise, and Rise Against. It's got a bar, a tattoo parlor, and even a wedding chapel.
Oh, cool.
And the tours... They're actually led by punk rock legends themselves.
Is that why you wanted me to go so bad?
I did really want to go see it, but we
Because
just
you
didn't have
wanted
time.
to marry
Get
me
married.
over?
I do. I always bring that up, and you're like, no, we're not doing that. All right, here we are. We're going to delve into their musical journeys, the formation of Codefendants, and their innovative contributions to the evolving music landscape. Let's get into it.
But wait.
Quick break for a guest announcements and potentially the new segment from Adrienne and KRS-One.
But wait, shouldn't we mention that Sam has a piece in our show?
Oh, yes. We do have, we could do that in the outro. But yeah, Sam King also has a piece in our upcoming this weekend, I think. The show.
Yeah, you'll notice throughout this episode that he's constantly drawing and doing different art things. So, yes. But he gave us a piece for our art show. Go ahead.
The Little Things art show at our gallery at Old Blue. This is the first time we've talked to him in an interview. We've met him several times at the show, but this is the first time having a chat and meet and talking with him behind the stage. You'll see.
He's a wonderful human.
The interaction between the Mr. Dibbs question and all of them is fucking brilliant. Enjoy this episode. Here it is. Here's the Codefendants right after an introduction of them, and Adrienne and KRS-One, will he eat it?
Since 420 is just around the corner, I'm curious, Cass, would you eat Thai boat noodles? This traditional dish uses ganja, Mary Jane, reefer, wacky tobacco, to tenderize the meat for the soup. Thai cows are work animals, so their beef isn't as tender as our lazy cows here. Thai boat noodles are dated back to the 12th century. This dish is made of beef broth, or sometimes pork, slow cooked with soy sauce and herbs, and thickened with cow or pork blood. Once the broth is ready, it's topped with ong choy, so think like bok choy or spinach, pork rinds, meatballs, braised beef tips, tri-tip slices, and noodles. But the marijuana used to tenderize this meat brings out the flavor and isn't enough to get you high. So, Cass, would you eat Thai boat noodles?
So, no, I wouldn't eat it. I know you say it won't get me high, but I have the temperament in my body to where if I will trick myself into feeling high or be anxious that I will get high the entire time. And I'm a drug-free boy. I hate the word ganja as well. I wish you didn't say that. It's like an old hippie word for like a seasoned head. I don't do any drugs. Even though Ceschi and I, you might not know this, we do have a rap group called the Deadbeat Dabs, and we do celebrate 420. But no, it does look good. That shit looks good all the way until you said ganja. It looks like ramen, kinda. But if I ate it with anyone, I'd have to eat it with Thai, just based off the namesake. So if you just remove the tenderizing portion of it, and then, yeah, I'll try that out. I'll slurp nudes.
Yo, today is very special. It's very special to my heart. The heart that pumps things through my veins in my body. My flesh and my spirit are very proud to welcome to the DOD45 my friends, the Codefendants. Yes, the Codefendants are undescribable. Not only are they friends of mine, but they make some of the most incredible music you can think of. It embraces the epitome and the heart of true hip-hop and true punk rock. So yo, the Codefendants are in the motherfucking house. This is AWOL1, and you are watching and listening to the DOD45. Yo, Ceschi. Yo, Sam. Yo, Mike. Hey, yo. Check it out. Codefendants, Mother Hubbards.
Ladies and gentlemen, can I please have your attention? Stop what you're doing
Hey, yo, welcome to the DOD45 Show. Thanks, you guys, for joining us. We're here with the Codefendants.
Oh, yeah.
Wow. Thank you guys for joining us.
In person.
In person. That's the best part.
That's rare, right?
Yeah.
Rare.
It's
None of
the
that
best.
fucking call-in bullshit.
Yeah. You can't get Sam on Zoom. He can't figure the shit out.
Nah, it's like my mom playing fucking Nintendo. I moved the controller.
He just keeps blowing his phone.
Yeah.
Like a cartridge.
Doesn't work.
Oh, that doesn't get you on Zoom.
All right, here we go.
We're back.
Hey, yo, welcome DOD45. We did that. I'll edit that in still. Art by Tai, also in collaboration with the Codefendants. We're here having a discussion about this new print that we're
Yeah.
I called it Fast Ones Living Las Vegas. You guys good with that?
I love that, yeah.
Okay, cool.
I mean, I guess you should talk about the inspiration for it.
Yeah. So this is how I remember things go down. Ceschi messaged me
Long
probably 2 years ago.
Yeah.
And said you were in a band on the DL, or you were starting a new band.
Yeah.
And then you brought up, asked if I could do a drawing for it. And I would absolutely, I'd do anything for you. I said yes. A year and a half later.
I'll do anything for you.
I'm the same way, so I can't even front like.
This was like 3 years ago.
It was a while ago.
It might have been 3 years ago.
A year ago.
Yeah, it was a while ago. And then I tried to doodle something out, and it was like working off that photograph of you guys in the car.
That's actually Nick took that photograph. He's here.
Yeah, I started to work with that photograph as a drawing, and it was like you guys inside there. And also I was trying to work in that photograph with the one when you're around the piano.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but it was all these tentacles. It just didn't work out. It just, I don't know. I couldn't. It was just not the
dope.
right fit.
It was probably dope also.
It may have been. Yeah, it wasn't right. And then like a year and a half later, maybe a few months ago, you mentioned Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas. And
Yeah.
like that, I was like, boom, I know exactly what I'll do. And that was all. That was just the spark I needed. So
perfect.
And
Yeah,
and this
and
so
you knocked it out the park.
Yeah, the audience. Well, thank you. The audience is looking at it right now on the screen. That's the drawing. We're doing a limited edition release of it. There will only be 100 initially printed in the first pressing. Possibly that will be the only one we do. Everyone's signing it. You're going to get a certificate of authenticity. While we're talking with these guys right now, they're signing their versions.
It's 100 of these?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
So how fast do you sign? Typically, it takes about 5 seconds per signature.
Mm.
So
you timed that?
I mean, Ceschi's done.
I've heard someone discuss it before.
Just read that on.
No, someone on the podcast had to sign like 47,000 books, and they said they timed themselves. It was 5 seconds.
Wait, who did that?
This guy named Richard Osman. He's a British dude for his book.
Oh, British dudes. They're slow at signing though.
Five seconds per thing.
That's what
Does he have? I mean, there's so many factors. Like I know Eric, who
Eric's
does
doing the prints.
Crimewave, but he does prints and stuff, and we've signed a lot with him. And like there's different techniques. I mean, if you've got like a crew with you or somebody there to like help you fan.
Yeah, this guy I'm talking about was published. Like he had someone sitting there who handed him the book with the page open. He signed it, and then someone else would take that book away.
Yeah. Because if you had to like grab the book yourself, open it up, fumble with those first couple pages, get it open, write it on there, put it down, move it to the side. By after fucking 15 books, now you got to move this pile. Like,
well,
I just want to do like the fan out, and then just take like a fucking like a fat cap and just fucking Nah.
Well, and that being said, there was a demand for 47,000 prints of this. We just thought it would save us on signing. We went with 100.
Yeah, absolutely.
And and you guys and everyone's got dope signatures too. So not only are you getting a good print, and I don't know the exact date that it's dropping yet. We'll figure that out. And I don't know the exact where you'll get them from.
Yeah, actually, what is the website?
SonicArtOriginals.org.
SonicArtOriginals.org.
Perfect.
That is connected to NoFX and Fat Mike and Fat Wreck, and so
Awesome.
you do all the official prints for them.
And they come out of Vegas.
Yeah.
And it'll be so in the show notes you can see the link. The first question I was going to have, though, before I start the timer and start doing a drawing, I wasn't going to do a drawing this morning. I was just going to show the picture, but we have this funny little picture of Sam as Slimer, and I'm going to try to draw that while we're sitting here in the discussion.
It's also probably going to be the last picture
or drawing that there's going to be with where I'm missing my front teeth.
Oh, yes,
because I'm
right.
about to get all brand new teeth because my grandma just turned 90 years old and we surprised her up in Mendocino. And so, you know, she's like crying when she had the surprise, and she's like, I want to thank my daughters putting this together, my friends, my family. Mind you, I have a whole family of like dentists, you know, as you can clearly tell. And so there's all these dental people in there, and there's like 150, 200 people in this like big hall. And, you know, she's doing her speech. He's like, and, you know, my daughters and grandson, will you stand up? This is my grandson, Sam. You guys have heard about him. The only thing I want before I die is for this guy to fix his fucking teeth. And then you get the hoorah, you know, from all this stuff. So, for, you know, it's grandma. So for her 90th birthday present, I'm getting all teeth done. I'm going to get all my teeth ripped out and put in there. And
yeah, next time you see him, he's going to have almost perfect Hollywood teeth.
Yeah.
Be like, hey, all like crazy perfect white teeth. Like, hey, what's up?
I wonder if I should, in honor of it, maybe I should go toothless. Adrian, what do you think?
Yeah, I mean,
you have to make that happen.
For you, yeah.
Like it.
These are only the real ones. Only the real ones know how brave that was.
And I'll tell you
know
what,
I mean?
I won't even like, even when I have it out and I'm talking to my wife, I'm like kind of hiding.
How did that happen?
I hate to tell the story because it feels so cliche or what's it, not racist,
contrived.
So I was fighting a wild boar in the island of Samoa. I bit into its face. It was like attacking me, and I bit its face.
Shut the fuck up.
And my tooth broke out.
You bit a boar. You bit a wild.
He was attacking me. I was trying to survive.
That's a true story.
Nah, but
I was gonna say.
That's how you're gonna dead too.
I was like, yo, my mom's boyfriend back in the day, this dude JT, he used to hunt wild boar in the foothills of San Jose with fucking knives.
Wow.
He had a buck knife.
Javelinas.
He would sit up on the rock, and he would fucking throw the pit bulls out there, and they would they'd push the boars out, and he would jump off of a rock and stab this fucking boar in the head or whatever the fuck he did.
Yeah.
I never went with him. I was like, you're out of your mind, bro.
Yeah,
I would see the teeth in the freezer, and I was like, I want nothing to do with that.
those
beast.
things are the real deal.
But he missed once. You know what I mean? And that thing took a chunk out of his calf.
Yeah. Oh,
Like one bite. Just
Yeah.
like a shark, dude.
Well, he knows all about it.
I do.
Well, that's why you bit him first.
Yeah,
bro.
he's the one that's telling the story on a podcast right now. That
He's like,
I was fucking in Samoa, and this dude like jumped out of a tree and bit me.
Suicide by pigs. You know what I'm saying?
That's right, exactly. Mr. Dibbs' wife trained dogs to hunt javelinas, I think, or something like that.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Sick. Yeah, there's
what up?
Not javelinas, but
Or wild boar, sorry, yeah.
they don't have
Yeah,
javelinas out there.
Yeah, I don't know.
In Cincinnati, those are human. I think she was training dogs to hunt humans in Cincy.
Yeah, Cincy.
It sounds
I
like
mean, what else would you be
Cincy's
training
different.
dogs in Cincy for, dude?
What up, Cincy?
What up, Cincinnati? We fuck with Cincinnati pretty
Definitely. Heavily. Heavily.
So the thing about this print is I don't usually do portraits, so I was initially going to do you guys as animals, but I didn't. I went with portraits. That being said, what for each of you, what if I did do the animals? What animal would it like? What spirit? animal
Wild
would you
boars, I think. No, that wouldn't make a lot of sense.
I think we would go like I'm like a domesticated hyena. You know, like with the chain around, you know what I mean? When they got him out there, like in fucking District 9 or whatever.
You remember Big Dog, like the brand from the 80s? Like,
Yeah.
if you ain't a big, you don't want to run with the big dog, sit on the porch.
Yeah.
Like stand on the porch.
If you're not first, you're looking up another dog.
I want to be that. I want to be one of those big,
Yeah.
big ass gold chain, baby. Like I used to go by. There was a very short period of time in my underground rap history where I used to go by Porpoise.
Oh,
And
yeah.
I used to love writing the word porpoise.
Yeah.
I like the word porpoise.
It is.
Yeah,
Word.
it's a dope word.
Yeah.
It's got a good like.
Yeah, there was a
connotation.
Monkee song, the Porpoise song. Actually, it's a really good song.
The Monkees?
The Monkees. It's like a psychedelic. They did this movie called Head. I mean, it's this very psychedelic film, and Frank Zappa was involved and whatnot.
Awesome.
And that song, the Porpoise song, is badass.
Yeah.
It's like actually
The
good.
porpoise is a water animal, right?
It's like a dolphin. It's
dolphin.
like it's kind of between it's like a
Very rapey.
dolphin and a beluga whale.
Porpoise is very rapey, dude.
That's right. That's right.
Watch
Is it rapey too?
You know what I also found out since we're on the subject of the monkeys? I didn't know this because my punk rock knowledge is pretty fucking trash. But This guy told me that that the Minor Threat song is actually a Monkees cover.
Stepping Stone.
Stepping Stone.
Oh.
That's a Monkee song.
Wow.
I didn't know that.
You're trying to make your mark in society. You're using all the tricks that you used on me.
Are you a Monkees?
I'm a
aficionado?
Monkees, a bit of a Monkees aficionado.
Huh?
I'm a big like psychedelic rock, like
Yeah.
60s collector, and that came from hip hop because I used to just collect so many records
Yeah.
for sampling, and you know.
I used to watch the TV show. I loved it.
Oh yeah. But the Monkees got brushed off a lot, but they were actually really dope.
Do you remember what that show was about?
They were just feeling silly.
But they had,
Silly.
but they would have
like
like
the
a new
American
song.
Beatles.
Yeah.
You know?
Every show they had a new song.
Yeah.
It's like I'm like
Yeah.
that's that's a
was
a
great.
lot. If somebody told us we had to make a new song every week,
Yeah.
I'd be like, yeah, that's
I mean,
done.
they were kind of a boy band, right? So like when the Beatles came out, the U.S. labels were like, we need to make
Yeah.
a Beatles, you know. So that's how the Monkees were formed. But and the Beach Boys were on their own wave, so because they would basically consider the American Beatles, but the Monkees was like the Backstreet Boys
Yeah.
of the time in a way.
Yeah. Do you think that because they had the TV show, that's what sort of like people were like, oh,
It did devalue their art
Yeah.
to a lot of people.
Yeah.
But some of that music's amazing.
Yeah, I really liked them.
Including that song "Stepping Stone."
That's fucking cool.
It's a garage rock song, but I consider it a punk rock song. And then Minor Threat,
Yeah.
one of the greatest hardcore bands of all time, covered it.
Yeah, there you go, people.
And,
there,
and he
now
didn't.
you get
He just
info.
thought it was a Minor Threat song.
Yeah, I was like, damn, you're gonna just use Minor
And then
Threat.
I quote it. The reason we were talking about it is because I quote it on a new Codefendants song that we're doing. I
yeah.
quote like the whole first part of it.
We'll be hearing that song soon, I guess. Maybe, hopefully.
Maybe.
Who knows?
Who knows?
Maybe you'll never hear it.
Fat
guys.
Mike, where are you?
It's in the kitchen.
He's in the kitchen.
Yeah, Fat Mike is here, you guys. He's just in the kitchen. He was like, "I'm gonna make some eggs," and then so we'll see how long it takes to make those eggs.
Stop it. Cut it out.
I was looking at the drawing and I was thinking about like being drawn. I think only someone once in my life, a friend of mine, did a portrait of me, and it was not weird. It was flattering. But I guess you guys, maybe people have drawn you before.
Oh yeah,
A lot of people.
So when I met Ceschi, I love this.
I'm almost embarrassed.
Yeah. So when I met Ceschi, he had this painting that he had
Someone gifted me.
a
People
fan
gift
showed
me
up.
paintings of
Yeah.
myself.
All the time. Chesky's fan base is pretty hardcore with this stuff. And this girl showed up and she had this painting of Ceschi, and it was amazing. And he had like, I mean, I don't really want to talk shit on Homeboy.
I just look different. I look wild.
He looks a little different.
Wild
It looked like he might have a how do I say this nice? Might look like his mouth was an asshole.
Was he whistling?
Yeah, pretty much. And they were like, it almost looked like a broken like blood. I don't know. But
that's something wrong with me. That's for sure.
So I put this painting up in our first music studio in Campbell. So when he came back from his tour, it was like right there above where we're recording, and he's like, "Oh, this motherfucker." So then,
I
then like,
don't like looking at myself very much.
Sure,
so
yeah, I get it.
But I think you did an amazing job for the record. But
I think like 8 months later or something. It's like near my birthday or something, and something comes in the mail, and Chesky just gets all excited, and we open it up, and he had found the girl that did it, and commissioned her to do a portrait of me.
and he was wild looking too.
Yeah, I was wild looking. And then we put them next to each other, and they were in our at the end of the hallway in the mansion we were living at with Fat Mike. And then I think that I got drunk one day, and it was either AWOL or Gel from the Cloaks was over at the house, and I was drinking beers, and I was like,
"You're like, I want you to have these."
I was like, I'm pretty bad at that. Like if you give me any kind of like like amphetamine or alcohol, I'm like I turn into Santa Claus. I'm
Start
like,
giving shit away.
I'm like, yeah, I mean you really should probably have this. And so I like to think that like they have it in their music studio.
Those guys have it?
I think they belong to the Cloaks now.
Oh, I want to text AWOL and see if we can get the photo. Of
Yeah,
this.
it's Gel. I'm pretty sure it's Gel.
Oh, okay.
Gel?
All right.
Yeah.
They probably do have them up somewhere, right?
Yeah,
I mean, I would
I don't know
hope
why
so.
you wouldn't. Do you know this fan at all?
Yeah, I mean,
does she
she's
know
come out to. She's traveled far for shows.
Yeah, her artwork.
Yeah, but I don't really know her or anything like that.
Here, we got Gil right here.
Yeah.
Hey, what's up, brother? We're on a podcast right now. I'm
Gil
here
Rock.
with Ceschi and our friend Ty and his wife, who did a print.
Adrienne.
They did a print for us for the Codefendants, the new print we're coming out with, and we were just talking about the Sam and Ceschi portraits, and I was like, I don't remember if I gifted them to Gil or to Tony. I gifted them to you, didn't I?
Portraits?
Yeah.
Oh, he doesn't remember.
I gave you. Yeah, it was either you or Tony that was at the house, and I gave you 2 portraits of me and Ceschi, and they were like Ceschi had like a butthole for a mouth.
Oh,
that wasn't me. I think I would remember that.
Dude, am I just making this up in my mind?
I thought.
I think you are.
Oh, shoot. I remember you came to Vegas for like work.
I think
trips.
AWOL1 has them.
Yeah, I think AWOL has them, bro. We're gonna have to. If you
We're gonna have to get to the bottom of this.
Yo, Gail, what's up? This is Ty. Yeah, we've had Gail on the show. We've had Gail and the Cloaks.
Peace, man.
Oh,
Hope
yeah.
you guys are all well.
Yeah, man, we are, brother. Sorry for bothering you in the middle of the workday.
No, you're good, man. You're good.
All right,
I
bro.
always,
All right,
you
peace,
guys
man.
always can always call me and bother me anytime.
All right, man. I fucking appreciate that. Gail's a real one. All right, brother. I'll talk to you soon, man. So apparently somebody has a picture.
Someone's got 2 butthole mouth pictures. of you
Straight
guys.
up. Straight up.
All right, I'm gonna set the timer to draw.
We'll never fully tell the story why I've called this man Slimer, but
Yeah, we can't.
You can't. That's all right. Well, we'll all have
It's
to
out there.
imagine what it is. First Sophie's choice question is we'll do Chesky first.
okay.
Chesky. Wu-Tang Clan's chest box in every time you enter a room, or Nat King Cole's chestnuts roasting stuck in your head
Oh.
forever.
Ooh,
Forever.
stuck in my head.
Forever.
Wu-Tang.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, that one's simple. But Sam, who's got the better mustache, Yosemite Sam or Sam Elliott?
Sam Elliott. That's who I'm named after.
Oh, is it really?
Yep, my mom's her favorite actor.
What? I
I
didn't know that.
That's awesome.
Kim King. What
Kim
up?
Kang.
Was there?
Dang.
Is there a specific movie that's like would go down as her favorite from a Sam Elliott?
I'm not sure. She just, when she starts talking about him, she's just like, oh my god.
Yeah,
So,
I loved him.
I'm sure. I mean, it's got to be something before the '80s. My first Sam Elliott one that I can think about is that movie Breakdown with the guy that played RoboCop.
Yeah.
What was his name? Weller.
Yeah,
Something. This is an awesome movie. Great movie.
yeah. Do you guys seen Mask? I guess. Yeah, probably.
With Cher?
Yeah,
Absolutely. Rocky Dennis?
That's her.
How does it go?
That's her boyfriend.
That's Rocky
That's
Dennis.
her.
In it.
Yeah.
You got a
Oh,
Rocky Dennis.
That's why you were in it. No,
Yeah.
just kidding. No, you're younger than
What's your Rocky
I'm saying-
Dennison line?
Oh yeah, so I have this rap on my final on the Bring Us Ahead of Francisco Falls 2. And it's like a diss track. And it's talking about Rocky socking Rocky Dennis ugly, but I'm not trying to call Rocky Dennis ugly.
Right.
I'm saying that would be such an ugly thing if Rocky was socking Rocky Dennis. You're Rocky socking Rocky Dennis ugly.
Nobody gives a duck, not even bugs. Bunny, your insides are Rocky socking Rocky Dennis ugly. Absolutely appalling, like the vomit crawling out of your awful face. Disgrace.
I don't want to call Rocky Dennis.
Oh, that's
that
okay. You
ugly,
can call Rocky Balboa that though.
Yeah.
Rocky
I
Dennis
mean-
was the bad guy in The Mask.
No, he's the good guy. He's the
hero.
kid with elephantitis, or
But you know what I'm talking
what is it? Elephant? What is that called?
Elephant Man.
Not elephantitis.
I don't know
That's-
what he had.
It's
but-
whatever he
That's
had.
having giant balls, right? Like, let's.
Yeah,
No.
yeah.
I don't think elephantitis has to just be specifically
No, it
to
could
the
be on your
testicle. Yeah, you could. It's just any kind of
Yeah.
appendage that swells up into an abnormal amount. I actually took the medical exam. No big deal.
Okay,
I'm a doctor.
I believe this.
Have you got either of you guys ever been to a rainbow gathering?
Yes.
Really?
No, my cousin did though. My cousin Ernesto went to one.
I went to one accidentally.
Accidentally?
Yeah. So me and my first rap buddy, when I was a teenager, we had this group called Inner Dialogue, and we thought it would be a good idea to get a kaboom box and just drive all the way to the East Coast, and we would just play outside of bars the whole way there, and we would make our money, and it would be great. So we made it to about Missoula, Montana, and we were coming off the freeway, and he was driving, and the rain happened, and he hit the brakes too late, and we slid into the back of a car, and it punctured our radiator. And so we had to wait for a new radiator for a Ford Ranger, and we were stuck in Missoula, Montana for 4 days. First night we camped out in a field, and some wild horses ran up on us, and we were like, yo, this is fucked up. I don't know what to do. I unzipped the thing. I looked out there, and I went back in, and he's like, what is it? Because we heard it like scratching. And I was like, bro, I don't know how to tell you this, but there are 4 huge horses out there, and they don't look happy that we're here. And so we ended up like finding a spot. But anyway, what had happened is the rainbow gathering, it was the last day of it when we broke our car. So when we were trying to busk to get money to get the fuck out of there, there was like 300 hippie kids doing the same shit.
All busking?
And every local in the place was just like we'd kick their grandmother in the face. You know what I mean? They're just all, oh God, no. And then we started looking at by the end of the 4 days, I was fucking mad at hippies. You know, I was like, yo, fuck these fools. All I want is a Jack in the Box fucking hamburger for 99 cents, but nobody will give me $1.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
The idea sounds cool to me, but I know I would fucking be like, you guys are obnoxious as balls.
That's how Burning Man seems to
That's
be.
how Burning Man sounds to me too. But you know, maybe it's cool.
Yeah, I'm sure it's like
I've
you're
been
there,
to Fusion
and
in
you have-
Germany. Germany had Fusion Fest. So I've played a couple times, and it's very, I think maybe culturally very different than Burning Man, but it's kind of the Burning Man of Germany.
Yeah.
It's like 80,000 people, and they're building crazy like dragons that are fire breathing. And
I mean, it seems good in like theory. If like you had like the $200,000 RV with the AC and the shower and stuff like that, but like pretty much anybody that I knew, like because we have some friends that do like a skateboard camp out there, like they build ramps and you know, aesthetically it looks dope. But I mean, that's only going to be cool for about 2 hours you're tripping on whatever you're on.
Yeah.
And then it's been explained to me, they're like, if you want to go to Burning Man, you want to know what it's like having period sex at the fucking beach. And I'm like, that sounds fucking horrible.
Who explained that to you?
You know, one of my friends.
That's a good explanation.
You
Well,
know?
the art would be cool.
Yes,
I would like
I
to
mean,
see the art.
it looks amazing.
I would
Yeah.
like to be able to go in, see the art, listen to a little bit of music,
Then go
and then
home.
leave.
I mean, I think that what to do with all these like famous people that go to it now and stuff like that is that we start a helicopter charter service for
There you go.
people that don't want to have sex in a beach on the period.
It's like all these yuppies going in there.
Yeah.
You know, they have corporate jobs. They might be like tech CEOs or something. You're gonna wow out for a week in the desert.
And it's all about community, and we only trade things, and you can't buy a bottle of water because you need to make a fucking hemp necklace.
Yeah, of course. Yeah,
Fucking miss me. Miss me.
Yeah.
Like that's such a product of this like level of capitalism.
Yep.
Where we have to like, we're gonna go rough it, even though like we're gonna go back to our fucking Teslas afterwards.
Well, that also seems like really for the mindset that they have. I mean, I'm not a burner, so I don't really have like all the info on how their mentality works, but something is kind of wrong with me when they're trying to talk about like anti-capitalism,
I'm not sure they're trying to talk about.
well, they're talking about anti-systems, and that's why you can't have fucking money at the place. You have to do
barter,
trading and all this shit. And it's like, well, you know, if you guys really care about like this new way of doing things, maybe how about, you know, 500,000 people don't spend $50,000 to $100,000 on a camp that you're just gonna fucking burn. You know, that it's just, it's I don't know. To me, it's like the argument that you can make about all the shit that you want. Like, you know, I shouldn't be buying a new pair of shoes if there's somebody that doesn't have shoes. But at the same time, like, I want fucking shoes.
I want shoes.
Yeah. Does it make me sad that people don't have shoes? Yeah. You know, do I? You know, I don't know. The Burning Man thing just seems very contradictive, I guess.
Yeah, I agree.
You know,
I agree.
I don't know enough
But
about
I also
it.
I've never been, and I've
never
met a few people who make really cool shit for it. So
Hell
that's
cool
what
shit.
I'm gonna stay there with that.
I mean, they do make the cool shit out there.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll give them that, but
Yeah.
I'm not trying to ride around on a bicycle in a dust storm. Yeah.
Well, you brought up shoes. Who would you love to have a shoe deal with?
Ooh,
I mean,
I think it's a Sam question.
I don't, without talking shit. I I mean, I mean, honestly, just from being a kid and I still skateboard and stuff, I would have to say like Vans.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, if we're just talking about like free shoes that they would send me to my house, and that, you know,
Like
that
a
was my thing,
sponsor.
sponsor, I would say Vans. Now, if you're gonna fucking pay me, to do this shit, I'm gonna go with like Nike.
Yeah, you got the more money.
Or like whatever the top like pro golf shoe or like horse polo shoe is.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? that top money shit, that top tier shit.
You want to be the spokesperson for the polo shoe.
Yeah, dude. Like I don't want to be the watch guy
When he
for
gets those
Casio.
new teeth, he's gonna be the polo guy.
Straight up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
with your white,
Oh, I'm
shiny
gonna
white
change.
teeth.
I'm trying to be, you know, I'm trying to be like Rip Raff, dude. I'm trying to blow up and act like I don't know
Yeah.
nobody. But yeah, I would say I would definitely want the bag. It's like I don't want to be sponsored by Casio watches. You know, I want that Rolex.
I want the Rolex.
Yeah.
So I have a question about toilet papering. Where you guys grew up, did people do toilet papering?
Yeah.
Were either of you a victim of toilet papering?
Never a victim. Always the aggressor.
The toilet paper.
Always the aggressor.
I think maybe I got toilet papered once, like a tree in front of my crib. So, you know,
yeah,
it was never really.
I feel like
we
it's
were always
embarrassing.
We were always big eggers, big eggers.
Eggs fuck shit up. If it's
Ask
just
Justin
out
Bieber.
there.
He threw 2 eggs at his neighbor in Carlsbad or whatever, and his neighbor sued him for like $95,000. It's like, it's an egg, bro. Shut the fuck up. Get the hose.
My dad, when they first came to the States, they came from Samoa, but they lived in the neighborhood, and my mom and her friends, they were like 13, and she had a crush on my dad, so they toilet papered my dad's house. My grandpa, you know, they were fresh off the boat. He thought it was a gift from the neighbors, so he sent his kids out there to roll up all the toilet paper. They saved it.
That's so nice.
That's awesome. That's amazing.
If the co-defendant's discography is one long courtroom trial, which track wins the case?
Ooh. Whoa.
Suicide by Pigs.
I've considered suicide by police. We're trying myself, but my finger's missing. So I guess I'll stare at a wall and scream. For now, I'm broken, defeated for no particular reason. Quit.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Which
as of now, I think we have some tracks ahead of us.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Well, which track nearly gets you locked up, or actually gets you locked up?
Suckers.
Yeah, Suckers or Suckers.
Each sucker born every day. Many get taxed, few get paid, some get lost, some get saved. Well, no one gets away. Smile wide for that pig when he pulls you over. Chuckle, relax, and be chummy if you're riding dirty, no smoking, the nose running. Focus and take a deep breath.
So that's like, because we're giving advice out
on how to do crime.
That one's that one's.
It's really for kids. It's really for kids.
That one.
Don't listen to this song, adults.
My favorite about that is like all the for some. I mean, we definitely
like. What are your lyrics of that?
Yeah.
Grab a hoodie.
Grab a hoodie and a mask. And fucking in a black JanSport.
Yeah.
Fucking bury it out back with a ghost gun.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, there's a lot of detailed ways to like get away with things.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's about really like speaking to police and how you should like be chummy when they're coming to the car. Don't be scared. You know, be like real, like, you know.
If you're doing dirt, don't be
gregarious.
driving around with weed in your pocket.
Yeah.
Or money in the car or whatever. Just the dirt that's in the car, in the trunk. Never have the money and the drugs together. Never let them to shut the fuck up if they try to talk to you. I just got taken to jail for shutting the fuck up here in Vegas for a weed DUI. I got to turn my lights on. And this cop just fucking came like full force, just super aggressive with me. And, you know, asking me, he's like, smells like marijuana in your car. You've been smoking weed? And I'm like, all right, buddy, you need to kick back right now. First of all, my headlights were out. Okay. So this is a headlight stop. So you could have been like a normal human being. And when you were driving that way and saw that, you could have hit me with a flasher and I would have immediately turned my shit on. Now, if I didn't turn it on, you'd be like, okay, this motherfucker's not paying attention. Let's see what's going on. But you're not being a normal human being. You're being a fucking asshole. And then he just immediately out of the car, impounded my car, took me to jail. So my lawyer's dealing with that shit right now. They put me into jail that was supposed to be a 12-hour hold for a crime that I wasn't even convicted of. And that turned into almost 32 hours with no phone call because they had just changed their phone system apparently. And so they were too, busy fucking grabbing the fucking streetwalkers' tits in front of everybody to like that made me sick to my stomach. And they were like, hookers were coming in, and then they were like sitting there like frat boys, like pointing at them and being like, yeah, that one, this, that.
The officers are doing
Yeah, officers, like straight frat boy bullshit. And the female officers are just like fucking like, she's gonna, man. And it's fucked up. And then would take them to another room that wasn't going up and it wasn't going in. And then they would come out like, 30 minutes later, girls would be disheveled and they'd release them. So It was pretty shitty. Yeah, and I'm sure that's just kind of like protocol with it. We have a bunch of friends. We do a lot of
shout out to our friend Nikki who just did a
she's doing the RULB stuff, who does harm reduction for sex workers, and she's really in there. I DJ'd one of their events here where it was all sex worker art.
What's it called?
It's at Recycle Propaganda right now.
But her
organization
is called Art. Let me look at her because I don't want to fuck this up. I love Nikki, and she's mad at me right now because I was supposed to help her set up. So let's see, Nikki.
That was cool. So the art show over there was 3 peep shows, and outside of the peep show, there's all this history of sex work in the United States. I mean, in the world, really, but a lot about the unionization of it and empowerment.
Yeah.
The kind of a more activist slant about sex work.
Yeah,
and they had 3 peep shows, and the first peep show is kind of like a stripper, kind of like a stripper in there.
A dancer, please. A
dancer. Sorry.
Exotic
Dancer. Sorry, I don't want to disrespect you.
Me or my people.
Yeah,
thank you.
I mean, we're all dancers, really. Are we human or are we dancer?
Dancer for sure.
As the Killers once said.
Nikki immediately comes back.
Okay. And then part 2 was a cop in uniform getting beaten by a dominatrix. And he's like, oh, he's got like a ball in his mouth. And these are like peep shows where you could open the little curtain. And then the third one was sad. Oh, that was sad. It was a memorial to all these sex workers who were killed and dangerous by, killer clients and just died on the job.
Gnarly.
It was gnarly because the
Las
statistics
Vegas,
are very high for that,
Las Vegas Red Umbrella Collective, LVRUC.
Oh, awesome. Okay.
Yeah, so
Cool.
check them out if you guys can support them. That'd be
them.
fucking awesome. They do a lot of stuff with art and In Decline.
Yeah,
we
connected
actually
to In Decline.
that cop that you were talking about at the In Decline show that they just had. They had a guy dress up in a cop uniform, and I like walked up and I tagged on him. He was sitting out front of the art show and shit.
Mm-hmm.
And then they showed him like walking through First Friday, which is like an event downtown. And I got a call from some guy. I don't know who it is. I mean, it's weird being in I don't want to say we're like public figures, but we're public,
Yeah.
people just have access to us. And so this guy,
we're D-list celebrities.
he left a voicemail on my phone, and it was like, hey, this is so-and-so from Montana. Just to let you know, I've got a cousin that works, because I'd put up the video of me tagging on the cop, and it was like an In Decline thing. Mm-hmm. And he's like, just so you know, the Las Vegas PD, you're on their list. So good job with that cop thing that you did. And I'm like, shut the fuck up, dude. So I hit up I'm like, hey, I got this voicemail. I was like, I don't know the validity of it, nor do I really give a fuck, but I do have an open case right now. So like, should I be thinking about this? He's all, fuck no. He's, but yeah, he's like, fuck no. And so now they just released the
voicemail.
The voicemail.
They just released
ad
the
for
voice
it.
memo on the
Oh, wow.
Because
Instagram.
they're from Las Vegas, so they were like, the Las Vegas PD hasn't been able to catch us for 25 years, and they're not going to start now.
Hey, yo, Playboy. Love the fucking cop thing with In Decline. Your ass is marked right now. I've got a cousin that works in fucking Clark County. Just so you know, my man.
Shout out to In Decline.
Yeah, man, they're
do a lot
doing
of
they're
good
doing the
work.
Lord's
They are.
work.
The Lord's work, really. Yeah.
Speaking of the Lord, well, I don't know if anyone's ever called him the Lord, Sage Francis, but
Whoa.
Whoa.
I don't know if he'd like that. Pretty sure he wouldn't like that.
Probably wouldn't be.
Yeah. The Lord of hip hop in the temple of hip hop. Wait.
What is that KRS?
Whoa. No, that's Sage. That's my Sage imitation.
Oh, I thought it was KRS-One.
I'm Sage Friend. Wait, no.
No,
Wait.
that's KRS-One.
That's a KRS-One?
That's KRS-One, man.
Open up your eyes if you're checking out the boombox. Check the exercise. Repeat the word overseer like a sample. Okay, sorry.
That's
good. That's
not
Sage Francis, right?
That's not Francis.
It's teetering.
Yeah, you killed it, bro. That sounds just like Snoop Dogg.
Sam, you went into that saying you're telling the kids what not to do.
Yes.
But then you got pulled over and you wouldn't say anything.
Yes. And
Is that what you tell the kids not to do?
No, what I want to tell the kids not to do is to there's so much misinformation out there nowadays about, especially with people on like Instagram and these influencers and people like this, and they give a lot of misinformation about what cops can do legally and what they can't do legally. And if you say this will happen, and like this, and this can get you in trouble here. Then what I'm here to say is that don't say anything. Give them your name, give them your fucking ID, and then anything else they ask you, be polite and be like, that's it. You don't open your mouth. You don't say, I'm waiting for a lawyer. Just don't, because the only law that is real that you can trust is that a police officer that has detained you or arrested you, that you're going to have to go to a court date for, they are not allowed on any capacity to say anything with it for your defense. You know what I mean? So they can't, because if they do say that and they get perjurized because you're found guilty, then all of their other convictions are going to go out the window as well, and they can't have that. So they can only be there to fuck you up. And
So they're trying to scare you. You know, when I was arrested, they told me they insulted me and called me all types of names, and also said they would take my family's house, made up a bunch of stories to get me to implicate myself. You know what I'm saying?
Say that
So
you're guilty.
the only thing they could really do is arrest me. From there, it's all handled in court.
And also, don't let them scare you. Like,
do not incriminate
I
yourself.
got into a
more.
fight.
Yeah.
When I got into that fight in Hollywood, when I woke up in the morning from my shit, I was I was accused of 3 felony assaults and 3 intimidation of witnesses. If I didn't get a lawyer and talk to them before I went into court, they tried to offer me 2 years just to say, like, so I don't get 5 years. Just agree to this 2-year deal, and you'll do about a year, and then that'll be fine. But it's like, no, I talked to a lawyer and they were like, yo, fuck that. This shit always 98% of the time gets pleaded down to a misdemeanor. You won't do any time for it if I go to court and you're found. She had to go to court a few times, but at the end, I just had to do like some anger management, classes.
That's kind of the origins of Codefendants. Actually, we got the name because we were looking at Sam's police report right after that. After he got out of jail. And we were at Fat Mike's, and we ended up signing and working with Fat Mike because we were hanging out at Fat Mike's a lot, but we hadn't included him in the project until that day.
Yeah, until that day. And Ceschi actually, was the one that was like, yo, you should probably, they want to do this project, you should probably ask if they'll help you cover your legal fees, because it happened, the day before that. And I was just like, kind of like, in a daze. I was like, I don't know what the fuck's going on. I don't know if we got roofied last night or what happened, but like, apparently they're telling me they want to fucking throw me in jail for beating these guys up. And I'm like, I don't even remember really fighting.
As someone who was facing 10 years for marijuana at one point in my life, I've just learned that cops will say anything to get the arrest.
Yeah.
And so if a kid could be real intimidated by that, but if they understand that the cops' power only goes so far, it's a better way to understand that this is going to stop. Like, maybe you'll be in holding, you'll be in jail for a few days.
Yeah,
maybe
they will
max.
fuck with you. It will be very uncomfortable.
They'll fuck with you. It's gonna suck, but you're gonna get out of that jail cell, and then you're gonna have more power in court.
Yes, and that's where it counts. And it's like, if I don't think that we're trying to be role models by any facet, but we do. If you are in under any kind of investigation, I'm trying to buy a house right now, and these fools will run my whole back line. By the time they get back from the bathroom, you know, they're on their phone. They're like Google. When we get pulled over by cops and shit like that, and they find out that like we're, you know, what band are you guys in? You guys are on tour, huh? And they're like, what's your band name? They see Codefendants. Cool. Well, we're gonna run your name. They're going to the back of their car. They're running the name. While they're running the name, they're getting on their phone and being like, Codefendants. First thing that pops up, suicide by pigs. I'm like, great.
Yeah.
It's like I don't like the system of the police. I don't like the whole thing. And that's my own personal journey or whatever the fuck they call it nowadays. But I got into it with Fat Mike because they started making another like, you know, anti-cop song. I'm like, dude, every song's an anti-cop song. You know, we don't need to drill it into the heads and become like a fucking band like Anti-Flag was, where all you can talk about is fucking political problems. I don't want that. And I also don't want to have to worry about these fucking cops fucking with me every time I get pulled over, or if I'm in fucking holding. I was like 12 hours, 13 hours, 14 hours, 15 hours. I'm like, did they go check the shit out?
They went to the website.
Exactly. 100 fucking %. And then it's like any other workplace. Right?
Yeah, I mean, Crass always said like all these songs are love songs. You know what I mean? It's the same kind of idea.
Straight up.
Who did we talk to that when they got? Mestizo was telling us when they get pulled over. He was like,
who?
When the
Mestizo.
Mestizo. Yeah,
They
got pulled over somewhere in Texas, and they were saying he was saying they were on tour, and they were like, "Oh, what's your band?" He goes, "Oh, we're a country band
or a Christian.
or Christian band."
Yeah.
I noticed as an adult running now that I run and I wear running gear and I have a you know, like the armband with the phone in it and my headphones. I noticed like if I was doing crime like I used to, that would be the outfit to wear that I'd do crime in, because you'd just be running at night and go, oh, he's just out for a night run. But I imagine a lot of people are doing that now. Like get in.
I mean, we have Codefendants sweaters that we made that are bright orange, like the city orange.
Yeah.
And they say graffiti removal crew on the back.
It's great.
And if you just do your pieces backwards, it looks like you're buffing it.
You're buffing it out.
Yeah.
All right, let me get to here's Sage.
Social media alert.
Peace. DOD45. Codefendants in the house.
Yeah.
Sam, I don't know you.
What's up?
What's up?
I don't know you either.
Ceschi, I know you pretty well.
Yeah.
I miss you.
Miss you too.
Fat Mike, I know you just because you've always been around and doing cool stuff.
Yeah, whatever.
Pleasure
Fuck you.
to electronically meet you right now.
Look at my dress.
I can't ask everyone a question, and Ceschi has wiped out his social media. I like to lurk people's social media. Thankfully, Mr. Fat Mike kept up all the dumb stuff. It's wonderful. Like, let's normalize that.
He's incriminating.
On December 17th, 2012, you posted on Instagram, instead of stupid Christmas, I celebrated Hanukkah for the first time ever this year. So I had to buy a Cadillac of menorahs, or the Cadillac of menorahs. It's a literal pink Cadillac, obviously a toy Cadillac with the candles on top.
That was in our old house.
I gotta admit, it's fly. It looks really, 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 really cool. I'm considering converting. No, I'm not. What I really want to know is, all these years later, what's truly stupider, Christmas or Hanukkah? You can't say both. They're not both stupider. Love y'all. Hope you're having a good chat. Strange Famous. Out!
Man, that really is a question for Mike.
Let me see if we can get this through on the chat.
Yeah, call Mike. Yeah. This is the way to do it.
Fat Mike.
Try to call Fat Mike on the phone.
Yeah, we're gonna try to get him on there since we had the phone call right here. We'll see if he can do this right here.
What is stupider, Christmas or Hanukkah?
And if Fat Mike doesn't answer, we can call somebody that's like Fat Mike.
This guys are trying to cancel DOD45.
You know,
It is.
Hey, Michael. Oh, you son of a bitch. And that's pretty much what he says to me too when I wake.
Will his voicemail be able to answer?
Yeah. Mike, hey, you're on a podcast you're supposed to be at with us right now. They're asking if you think Christmas or Hanukkah is dumber. Go ahead and get back to us. Never. So I'm gonna go ahead and say that he thinks that Hanukkah is better than Christmas
because it's 7.
It's 8 crazy nights.
Is it 8? Oh, sorry.
No, it's 9. It's 9.
Wow,
9.
that shows what I know.
3 and then a big one and then a 3. Like it's an
okay. 9.
9. That's what he said when we had Christmas or Hanukkah. He said 9, 9, 9, 9. Just like speaking German.
9.
That's his official answer.
More presents. I think that's
presents. Thanks, Sage, for your question.
It's 8.
I really like your wizard cape that you've been rocking, Sage.
Yeah.
I like that.
Oh, I want to ask this question about collab with AWOL. Well, you guys were on the Supernatural Victory song.
Yeah.
Was that a spur of the moment collab, or was that set up?
No, it was spur of the moment. Like we were driven to the studio at DJ Hoppa's studio.
Oh yeah.
This is supernatural. This is omnipresent. These words are whatever we need it to be to the ending. Victory may come. Maybe these syllables will not be relevant. Understand, follow through.
We were living at Fat Mike's in Sherman Oaks at the time, and AWOL just picked us up when we did that.
Yeah, it's awesome.
It was super.
Well, and it's awesome to see him in the video. I was thinking because you guys also have a song. You have Henri on a song, the DOC on a song. Who's your wild card pick for unexpected MC
ever? Like
to be on a Codefendants track? Like who?
Like ever?
Yeah.
Like a dream?
Yeah.
For me, it's
Yeah.
Andre 3000.
Oh, that would be dope.
That would be my absolute favorite.
Blue or rapping?
Yeah.
Rapping.
Yeah. Not fluting?
Oh, sure.
Yeah, that's
you can
it.
do both.
Yeah, you can do both.
That might be the first time it both get,
It's pronounced flouting.
Flouting.
Flautas.
Audi 5 Flouty.
Audi 5 Flouty.
What about you, Sam? Who's yours?
I would say, I would say LP.
Ooh.
From
That's a
Company
good
12.
choice.
Yeah.
Of the Run the Jewel Spain.
I've always LP, I'll get Soul.
Yeah.
On the same track.
Yeah. Ooh. We could bridge them back.
Yeah, they won't know. They won't know though.
I bet they
do it themselves.
Yeah, you ain't getting them to record it together.
Like very few people even know that happened, right? Like now, like when we were coming up, that was like a big deal.
Big deal.
It was a really big deal, and there was in the Bay Area there were lines were formed.
I know. I was Team Soul.
Yeah.
Even though I was a huge Company Flow fan, Soul actually showed me love in real life.
Right.
Would you say?
I love Company
bottle
Flow.
Bottle of Souls,
Bottle of Humans,
Bottle of Humans, or Fun Crusher Plus.
Oh fuck! I mean, for me, Fun Crusher Plus was just too formative to say. Even though I think Bottle of Humans had amazing cuts.
100%.
I love that album.
Selling Love Water is better. I think the second Soul album was.
No, all Soul shit is definitely.
It's all good stuff.
No, Soul's like a good friend of mine. I don't know LP. I met him outside.
Okay.
I met him outside chain smoking outside of clubs, and he was a dick. You know what I mean? It's kind of.
Anytime I'm outside of clubs,
I was like a teenager, and I was like, oh, there's that guy I really admire being a dick again, chain smoking. Like, that's my experience with LP.
let me ask you this then. We know where your allegiance lies now that you're calling LP a dick and that you can rap better than him.
No, I love
Company Flow.
I love Company Flow.
I don't want to be against you guys.
No, that changed my life to listen to.
Would you say Dear LP or Linda Tripp? Who won the battle?
Who won the battle? I really said the thing is for me, Dear LP put Anticon on the map. So for me, it's a really important song, even if it was a erratic decision. Maybe it created an entire movement that changed my life. And Linda Tripp is a funny afterthought,
You think Linda Tripp is a funny afterthought?
Yeah, it's basically based on a voice memo, not on a good song.
I mean, the voice memo is pretty damning, though.
Yeah, it is.
For a battle situation.
Yes.
For a battle situation.
Yes, but it's kind of like what came out of it? All of Anticon got pushed up and built from Dear LP. Unfortunately, that's the origins of. I don't think that's what they originally meant.
Well,
that was the biggest promotional tool they could have had at the time. I heard that on a college radio station.
I'm a anticon, cult class catalyst for cataclysm. Tell Fox isn't soul. Bad executive decision. Your ecosystem's frail. With a spoon I could dissect it. Sounded like Corky got his nubs on a Webster's dictionary, a Razzcast record, and a brand new MPC. Pressing all them pretty buttons, making black beats.
And I was like, what the fuck is this? And mind you, I'm a huge Company Flow fan, knew every fucking word to Front Crusher Plus. And and all of us who were huge Company Flow fans were like, who the fuck is this dude making some valid points about our hero?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, so, I mean, we still looked at him as a hero, but it was like, and I mean, history has shown LP's got one of the greatest careers in indie rap, or the greatest career in indie rap history, probably.
I mean,
it's not like.
But I mean, all I can say is I think that but
your team, Linda Tripp.
Some cats know us, but this one don't. I'd have pierced this fucking phallus through your rookie ass throat. Yo, dude, don't step to me until you're ripe and fruit. I loopy front of invitations for funerals glue. Stone palm does all combatants be a shot through 56K high speed. Feel splits like relaxed out, called geisha fellatio D. Like fertilizer bars packed.
That's fair.
It's a better sample. He's
the better sample,
and his points are very valid as well in that.
They're like vague. His points are all like abstract.
How's that vague? The only thing advanced about your music is you need a computer to hear it.
That's not vague. That's straightforward.
You know what I mean?
But it's like talking about himself too, in my opinion.
We are currently in the courtroom.
At that time period where they're like, y'all internet rappers. It's like, you're all internet rappers, really. Let's be honest here.
Well, in that time period, though, it wasn't internet rapping. That was like there were people on Yahoo battling in chat rooms. You still had to go pick up Funk Crusher Plus on vinyl or CD at a record shop.
On tape.
You couldn't go buy it online.
I know, on tape.
Yo, LP called me. You battled that shit, bro.
Wait. Hey, I'm not stepping down. You see this soul? I got your back.
Yeah.
I'm the last one here. Look at this, even my bandmate. Yeah, is Codefendants done? Are we done?
Over beef from 30 years ago.
That has nothing to do with us.
I mean, that would be amazing to work with LP.
This next presidential election is really decisive. Oh, I lost my family over Trump. Oh, did you lose your family over Trump? I lost my band over the LP soul beef. Fuck you.
Oh, you're deported? Oh, wait.
I've got about as much of the drawing as I could get, and the 45-minute timer is down to 55 seconds.
Oh, shit.
This is a question from someone who has insight on that beef from a long time ago. We're not going to get answers to that. But you should recognize the voice. This is Mayo or Miracle Whip.
Give it up, Mr. Dibbs on the turntable.
Listen to more of this.
No, because if I want to use paper towels or a fucking Brillo pad, I can flush it. It's a fucking toilet. Oh, hey. What's up, Tai? What's up, Adrienne? You know the drill. So let's just cut right to the chase. Co-defendants. Oh, gentlemen. Let me preface all this by saying my wife, Ray, loves the co-defendants, and if I have to hear Suicide by Pigs 20 more times this week, I might have to put that to the test. That being said, let's get into some 100% actually true facts that are probably not.
Okay.
But you can decide. So this first part's true or false. In no particular order. Start with Mike. 2001, Atmosphere. And NoFX on the Warped Tour. I'm the DJ for Atmosphere at the time, and while searching for the Daily Shower, which is a cross between a prison yard and a locker room, I'm taking said lukewarm shower, and in walks Mike, holding a sandwich, a soaking wet sandwich. And he stares at me, and he puts the sandwich down and takes a shower, picks the sandwich up and leaves. True or false? Think about that.
True.
True. That's Mike.
Ceschi one morning after a show when you were on tour, my wife made you and the crew breakfast. It's pretty simple. True or false?
True.
And Sam.
False.
Years ago, I think it was after a show, I ran into you at a Sherwin-Williams and I was complaining about painting my house. And you said, I could bang that shit out in an afternoon and I got a day off. You painted my house in Cincinnati, Ohio. Mid-2000s. True or false?
This is 100% true.
Part 1.
You remember that?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Part 2. The meal. Because I have to hear suicide by pigs constantly, it makes me think of pork and pork byproducts and sandwiches you can make with pork. So we are going to construct a pork sandwich. Ceschi, since you've already eaten at my house, you will be picking the type of pork. Loin, belly, snout, leg, chops, bacon, intestines,
Perfect
butthole. I don't
person
care.
to
You
answer
can
this.
pick 1, you can pick 2, you can pick 3. Pick your poison, but pick your pork. Go.
Beyond pork.
Beyond pork. Oh yeah.
Beyond pork.
Porkadillo. Okay.
2.
We got Beyond pork.
Mike, because of the 100% factual Warped Tour sandwich shower incident, you will be picking the type of bread the sandwich shall be presented on, sir. I don't know a lot about bread. Sourdough, rye, whatever you want. Just pick a nice loaf.
Rye. Mike's definitely going to pick a rye bread.
Yeah.
Sam, because you had so many weird things with you when you painted my house, again, 100% true.
100% true.
It just reminds me of condiments. You had little scrapers and edgers and sandpapers and all kind of drop cloths and ladders and scaffolding. How you had all that on tour? I don't know. But again, 100% true. So you are in charge of accoutrement, vegetables that go on there, and condiments. So pick your veggies. Don't care what it is. But when you get to condiments, you can layer it with whatever crap you want. But at the end, mayo or Miracle Whip. This sandwich's odds of being eaten are in your hands, Sam.
Mayo or
Make
Miracle
the
Whip.
right choice.
Okay.
And I'll be right back with a bonus question. Hold on, I gotta get a Brillo bad.
We're going to go. We're gonna
Dibbs is back with a boner.
Yeah, we're all in trouble, bro. We're all in trouble. What was crazy about that is when I was actually painting his house, he was practicing some set that he had coming up, and this was like early mid 2000s or something, and it was for Lollapalooza actually, and he was doing like a suspension thing where he was hanging from hooks. So when I came into his house to like do this, his wife had to show me around the house to paint it because he was like, he's suspended. But I would say that if we were gonna have to do his sandwich, we're gonna Ceschi, you did the Beyond pork, right? So we've got a veggie sandwich here. Pork. So we're gonna go ahead and just go ahead and throw a little bit of eggplant on that. We're gonna have
grilled,
some grilled, of course. We're gonna go ahead and put a nice thing of a little iceberg lettuce on there so we can get a nice little crunch
iceberg
with it. And we're gonna go ahead and put like some sprouts on there for sure.
Oh wow, you're going full like Berkeley.
No, we're going full Eric's Deli.
Oh,
you know what I mean? And so and when it comes down to the Miracle Whip or the mayo, I mean, I don't think that we even need to be facetious here when we talk about Miracle Whip. My mom made me a sandwich once in elementary school. She made me a tuna fish sandwich using Miracle Whip, and I've called her Kim ever since. And when I came home in elementary school, I was probably every bit about 8 years old. Came in there like a grown ass man who somebody had just like tried to sue my company because I tried to make a trade at lunchtime, and this kid's like took a bite of it, and they were just like, "What the fuck?" Like, yo, give me my ho-ho back, dude. Like, you don't get this, and they're all Miracle Whip, Miracle Whip. And I was like, thanks, Mom. Just to fucking put a billboard on me that says we're poor. So, yeah, we're going to go ahead and just say mayo right off the bat for that. So.
Wow.
Oh, fucking great answer. Well, here, Dibbs has the bonus question. I don't know.
Oh, yeah.
Let's see what it is.
The boner question.
Bonus question. Any of you can answer it, but this is really for Ceschi. But like I said, have at it. Ceschi Ramos. If you drop the S and spell it backwards, you have Omar, which then leads me to the best show of all time, The Wire.
Yeah.
The question is, what is the sandwich of choice on the wire, whether it's the hoppers, the cops trying to befriend the hoppers and the D-boys and the corner bosses? What is the sandwich? Bonus points for this.
I think it's Baltimore. Okay, so Baltimore, they fuck with like crab cakes and shit like that. That's a big thing there.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure. Okay.
First of all, you have to start answering this with she.
Clay Davis. POS actually has a line. He's like, she, and respect my Clay Davis.
POS, even in the mix, even in the sticks. Midwest, easy with them bricks. We got kids where we live, shit. And I don't care how you feed yours, please. Just be bored a little more than greed, like explore like she. And respect my Clay Davis. Brains for days, claim the same, remain aimless. And I ain't talking about getting
I always quote that.
Yeah.
But man, what's the sandwich of choice? Is this like an actual? There's an actual answer to this.
I think there must be.
God damn, that's tough. I'm kind of going the right. Is it a po' boy?
No.
Is it a crab cake situation?
Well, Dibbs told me the answer is lake trout.
Oh.
What the fuck?
Do they have lakes in Baltimore?
That was his answer. That was what he said. He texted me and said, "That's the answer."
Lake trout.
I need to know the validity of this trout eating motherfucker. Dude. That's good. Let's go.
Yeah, Google this shit, man.
Hey, Jamie, can you pull that up for me? Oh, we don't have a Jamie.
I can call him. Well, he's probably asleep, or he's at the gym.
At 6 o'clock at night.
He's probably at Kroger.
He's probably at a Kroger.
He's not asleep.
He'll be on the phone for.
He's ready for this.
Hey.
Is she normal? She's 212 this year. Tony's on.
You're on air right now.
What's up, Mr.
No, I'm
Dibbs?
not.
Yes, you are.
What up, Dibbs?
That's great. Yes, let me go into my on-air conclave.
Okay.
Oh, let me excuse myself.
Because we're gonna get to the bottom of this fucking fish trout debacle we got going here. Trout sandwich.
We're having a conundrum with the sandwich of the wire.
Listen, I'm just now getting.
You're having a what? Conundrum.
We're having a conundrum about.
You said the answer to number 3 was lake trout.
It's lake trout.
These guys, both Chesty and Sam are disputing it.
I'm saying it's got to be like some kind of pit beef.
What show are you watching?
I'm watching. It's shit.
It's lake trout. There's no.
All right, I believe those.
Wire, Sam.
It's pit beef.
I mean, Sam did think that Baltimore was in the Midwest, also. So
I would think that it would be like a lobster roll, maybe.
That's a
crab cakes. Crab cakes are famous in Baltimore.
I'm not.
You're doing regional shit that has nothing to do with the greatest show of all time, The fucking Wire. Listen to Ray.
The Sopranos. Whoa.
Omar.
Was Omar really eating trout?
Omar.
I can't even see Omar eating the trout.
Are you supposed to know this? You were the go-to guy on this. I'm crying inside.
He was close. I mean, he did say, what was your answer at first? Oh, you were thinking
I
maybe
was talking about crab cakes and shit because I was like, I know it's got to be seafood.
Yeah.
But I couldn't answer it.
But it's a trout. A trout is in the sea.
Kids on the wire have their pinkies out eating crab cakes.
If you could kidnap one thing from the 1980s punk scene and drop it into today's scene unchanged, what would it be?
Skateboarding.
Yeah, because it's totally different this day and age.
Skateboarding.
Darby Crash?
Yeah.
I want to kidnap him and just keep him in a bottle where he could say dumb shit for the rest of eternity.
Fucking A. Look, these guys are pros. They know what they're doing. Oh, what about today's punk scene would make your 1980s self roll their eyes?
Ooh.
The people watching shows through their telephones while they're at the show.
Oh, fuck yeah. That is obnoxious.
I was on stage in San Pedro, California with about 30 millionaires who made millions off of punk rock. That's all I'm going to say.
Oh. Punk scene's on trial. What's the charge in the 80s versus now?
That's an interesting question.
The charge, like what are they guilty of in the 80s?
Yeah.
That they're guilty of now? Or they're not
Or
guilty
no,
of?
what yeah.
What charge in the 80s
versus now? What's, yeah.
For the 80s, I would say that it was like whatever, like locals only type shit, like in Serping, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Whatever that is, like tribalism.
Yeah.
Where it kind of like but back then it was like you were either a butt rocker or you were a fucking punk rocker or you were a skateboarder or you were a jock or it was very. We hadn't gotten fucking iPods yet with fucking 20 different genres in them.
Yep.
So I would think that, and then nowadays for what they're guilty of today, I would say a lot of the younger bands are guilty of being unoriginal. Not because they don't have their own thoughts or their own originality, but because it's more economically viable.
Yeah. A financially lazy thing.
Guilty of being greedy.
Yeah.
That's interesting. That's a good answer.
Yeah.
I think my answer is about violence. I think it was too violent in the 80s. Like when I hear about like 80s like skinhead shit and even like suicidals and like these gangs that came out of the punk rock, it was a little too violent. Like fools will get killed in front of. I think someone got killed in front of Fat Mike when he was a kid. You know what I mean? Like that's too much, right?
Right. Yeah.
Now it's too fucking soft.
Right.
Now it's too fucking soft. Punk rock is way too soft. It's way too safe. It's way too repetitive and copycat. Like Sam said,
I think today too. It's like now it's not fucking about fucking punk rock because punk rock people just assume now that that's going to be a pop punk type of thing. Where it's now, but if you watch the kids coming up in the hardcore bands now, where they're like straight windmill kicking each other in the face, and then nobody's fighting because of it. Nobody's like getting up in arms and that's a scene. It's like, yo, you came in here, mutual combat shit.
Yeah.
You're going to get socked in the face, deal with it. Don't fucking cry about it and go running away,
I remember my brother being 13 and getting socked in the fucking face for no reason.
Yeah.
But then lifted up by a guy
and
be like, hey man, it's all about the scene. It was like a 25 to life show. And, we came up in that world and I don't necessarily think that's great, but I think I had my nose broken at an Earth Crisis show at 16 years old too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like these are things we came up in. I don't know. I don't want to like put that on kids.
Sure.
I don't necessarily think they have to go through that. But now it's like it's too safe.
Yeah.
Almost. And I don't think that's in every case. Like I go to East LA in a backyard party and play with knuckleheads, it ain't safe.
Yeah.
Right. It ain't the same thing. But at punk rock bowling sure is.
Yeah.
It's much respect to everyone who runs that amazing festival, but it's like,
pendulum swings way too far sometimes on all sides.
Right.
Well, it also comes down to like, when you look at, say, for instance, traffic laws like the speed limit on a spot, like on a windy road, they have to take into consideration the weather, the average amount of rain you're going to have on there, and they have to take all this into factors to be like, okay, so the common denominator here is this. Same with anything in society. When punk rock got bigger and bigger and bigger, you're going to get more crowds and crowds of people here, and they need to dumb it down.
Yeah.
Because you can't get that many people together because it's like, okay, hey, you guys don't get to fucking mosh anymore, what you guys made up. Because the last time we had fucking 2,000 people in here, somebody fucking moshed, somebody got their feelings hurt, and next thing you know, there's a bottle in someone's neck.
Yeah.
And now you can't have shows in there anymore because of fucking insurance probably. As much as I don't like bureaucratic bullshit and the dumbing things down, like, I don't think that there should be railings at the fucking Grand Canyon. If your dumbass wants to play Pokemon Go and fall the fuck off, later, homie. You know what I mean? Natural selection.
As the driver in our relationship, I do like your analogy, though, because she'll go, the turns are 50, and I go, that just means, bad conditions 50, but 70 you're good still.
But 85 pulling a trailer.
I mean, you didn't have to throw in the pulling the trailer part. Punk scene's most unspoken rule that still holds true decades later.
Ooh.
Honesty prevails.
Ooh.
I'm gonna roll with that. Actually, that's
real. Recognize real, and fucking how many bands that you see like have tried to jump in the genre. And they try to do that fucking instant thing we were just talking about.
Yeah.
And immediately you're just like, okay, Avril.
Yeah.
Yeah. Are you punk, Avril? Oh, for
punk
sure,
is one of the kind of music, like I said, the scene that's sort of outlasted genre jumping. Like you can't have Beyonce do country.
Exactly. And you can't have Beyonce, she can do whatever she wants, obviously, but like, you can have these waves of like pop punk, and you can have these waves of like Queens of the Stone Ages, like rock that went punk, more like polished shit. But every year or two when it comes out, when the new cycle of bands comes, the ones that always get that like buzz factor or that fucking the it band of now times are always the ones that go back to the original shit, where it's like play 4 chords and just sing about real shit.
Yeah, that's all we want is fucking authenticity.
Exactly.
That's it. Well, before we go to your first, worst, and thirst, I got 2 last final Sophie's Choice questions for you. We'll start with Sam. We'll start with you. Join a pop band called King's Gambit, but you got to wear medieval armor all the time, or only be able to eat Burger King forever.
Okay, well, it's a no-brainer. That's a King's Gambit situation right there. I probably should already be wearing armor at all facets of life, hence the fucking missing teeth. So, and Burger King's trash.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
If you were to get a fast food deal,
Taco Bell. All day, every day. Taco Bell. Holler at your boy. My band now is called the Codefendants. When I talked to you last time, I was in Get Dead, and they couldn't. Even when we played the Camel House, food and tobacco and liquor companies try not to align themselves with the word dead. I think go figure. So even we played at the Camel House when we were Get Dead in San Francisco. They had like a party place where they had bands, and we had to change our name for the flyer.
What did you change your name to?
I don't. I think we just called it Louis and the Regals. My rap name used to be my hip hop name back in the day was Louis Regal.
Yeah, did you know about that?
No.
About his hip hop, like underground hip hop stuff.
Yes.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's how I got. I lived with Stacey D from Bad Cop, and Eric Gonzalez, who does Camp PT Press now in San Francisco, and I was Louis Regal was the name of my hip hop stuff, and I had my little lab inside their band room or whatever. And Stacey D is the one that got me to start yelling and screaming. She's like, "You probably have a pretty good voice for punk rock." And then so that turned into Louis and the Regals, where I started a little band with it, and that turned into Get Dead.
I want to ask about, because we were talking about you on our episode with Sage Francis, because we were in San Francisco. We just caught you guys' show in San Francisco,
right?
And I was talking about how you perform, and I was wondering, do you do vocal exercises and shit?
No, I smoke Marlboro Reds. Yeah, no, I came out. I was a cesarean because I was like just stubborn right off the bat. I was like, I'm not going out that hole. Fuck that. And when I came out, they were just like, "Congratulations, it's a man." And I was like, "What's up?"
They just gave you they gave you a cigar.
Yeah, they gave me a cigar, and
you know how like the parents get a cigar sometimes.
No, I came out and
he just got one.
I came out and gave the doctors a cigar.
That's
Yeah. I was like, you know those other motherfuckers that didn't make it? Yeah, I put them to work before I killed them.
These are all facts.
Mr.
Dibbs.
They just used all the.
He can attest to
I
this.
used all the fucking Marlboro Red smoke my mom was giving me to make my own.
Yeah.
I like that line too, Dan. I don't think I've heard it, but I do like the line, "Congratulations, it's a man." That's good. I like it. It's good stuff.
Yeah.
Congratulations, it's a mustachioed man.
The pack of Marlboros.
Light a match off my gruff.
Ceschi, here's yours, and hold the key to every locked door that exists, or hold the metaphorical key to everyone's deepest secrets.
Oh, number one.
I want the money.
I'm based in reality. No, I'm just kidding. No, I do like the second one. I just don't care about everyone's darkest secrets.
No.
Yeah. All right, let's do your first, worst, and thirst. That's just one question that involves your first and your thirst and your worst.
DOD45.
It's raw. It's fucking raw.
How much you charge for this dish?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Ask you what your interests are.
Do you like it? Who you gonna be talking to?
First things first, the first what's the best?
Talk, questions, conversations, laughter.
Sam, here's your first question. Your first question. First piece of graffiti you ever tagged, ever.
First piece graffiti.
And did you get caught?
No, I didn't. And it was underneath the overpass of the 101 in San Martin, California.
That was your very first piece up?
Yes.
Awesome. All right, Ceschi, here's your first record or artist that made you realize you didn't have to stay within genre lines.
Man, I'm gonna have to say the Red Hot Chili Peppers, Ed.
Hey.
Yeah, the Red Hot Chili Peppers. When I was bigger into hip hop before I heard them.
Yeah.
And then when I noticed it was Blood, Sugar, Sex, Magic specifically, they get a lot of hate. Like, you know, I get it. Like, I totally get why Anthony Kiedis gets clowned on. But as a 10-year-old, hearing that record, there was like references to some of the rap I liked. It's like on the first song on Blood, Sugar, Sex, Magic, he's referencing like Public Enemy.
Right.
And, you know, I had heard already Fear of a Black Planet when I was 8. And I was already rapping and shit.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, this is like rap and, you know, these other things I like, and it's a rock band.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's it. A dingle, dingle, dong, a dingle, dingle, dong, a dingle, dingle, dong, 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 dong.
That's my problem. If you put that down on a piece of paper and read it out
true
loud,
California
just
poet.
straight to it, you know, it makes no sense. And it's the same with like the Foo Fighters. The fuck are you talking about, Dave? You know what I mean? Straight up.
All right, Sam, here's your worst question. Worst injury or mishap mid-performance?
I knocked myself out by breathing too much. We were playing in Vienna, Austria. And it was so hot in there. It was like one of those rooms. It was like literally raining from the ceiling from sweat.
Oh.
And it was it was the hottest day on record in like 20 years there. They have no AC anywhere.
Yeah. Was that 2019?
Nah, maybe. I was like singing and I like passed out. I like just went black, and when I went back, I hit the back of my head on the corner of the bass cabinet.
Oh shit!
And it was like a road cabinet, and it just like split my head open.
Stitches?
And, I mean, I'm sure I needed them.
Tape?
But yeah, no, I mean, I was out for like, you know, only like 5 seconds, 6 seconds or something, and then I just like popped up when I like opened my eyes. I'm like, what the fuck am I doing on the floor? What do you guys go? You know, quit looking at me, Michael.
And then did you go right? You went right into show.
Yeah. Keep it.
That's crazy. That sucks.
I've got friends in San Jose that I still talk to every day, and if I pulled some shit where it's like I bumped my head and then stopped playing a show in another country, they'd probably viciously beat me up when I got home. You know, it's like, you motherfucker, you get the opportunity to go out there and do that shit. I mean, these are dudes that did like amateur bull riding.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They're not getting shit for it. They just, you know, they would love to get the opportunity to go anywhere outside of where they live. You know, so try to keep that in mind when you want to start bitching about like what we do for a living.
Yeah, it's like theater. The show must go on.
Yes. But theater's lame. Don't you agree, Mike? Yes, I do. Heard it from the horse's mouth.
Jessica, here's your worst question. What's the worst mispronunciation?
Yeah,
what's the worst mispronunciation? What the fuck is the word?
Pronunciation.
What am I trying to say?
What is the worst pronunciation you've heard of your name?
Yeah.
That's what I'm trying to say.
I've heard so many versions of it, but the funniest to me is in France, they all call me Kishi. Kishi. Oh, you did it. Oh, you're pretty good, Kishi. You're pretty good, Kishi. But bus driver. Bus driver. That's
that's
what
a
I
good
would
one.
hear in
That
France.
was charming sounding. All right, Ceschi, here's your goes. Favorite lyric or song you've written that either flew over people's heads or surprised even you?
Better get a buddy.
I gotta think of like 20 years of lyrics right now. Let me take this off.
Oh, now you're
No, he's thinking.
Button this. Let me think about this. Dang. Flew over people's heads. Dang, this is a hard question.
Better get a Bobby fucking the Bobby Brown there, guys.
Oh, oh, you know what? That's a good rep. On the song Living Las Vegas by Codefendants, I had this lyric that's day will blind you like day, like this with sunlight, right? Mm-hmm. Night will send you on balcony flight.
Suge Knight.
Do you get that reference? It's a reference to Suge Knight hanging Vanilla Ice out of a balcony.
Quit the spit that noise unless you're organized. I've torn two hordes of guys that poorly tried to run. They may blind you with sunlight. Night may send you on balcony flight. Better get a body, got better than Bobby Brown. If you really wanna fuck around in my body, you'll figure it out. Anybody wanna come test? Just a Puerto Rican pessimist. Best to shut your fucking face and rest.
I like it. Went over my head.
There you
go.
Boom.
Fuck yeah. I like getting
call.
insight on lyrics.
And it ties in with the lawsuit. I might have gone to school.
All right. Okay. Here's your favorites question, Sam. Favorite non-music hustle or odd job, something that people wouldn't expect, shaped you.
I've been a fucking house painter and like a laborer pretty much my whole life. You know, so I mean.
And that shapes everything.
It definitely gets you prepared to heckle some motherfuckers. That's for sure. You know, fuck around and catch a nickname. But yeah, I guess just anything. I mean, I used to work on my grandparents' llama farm, vacuuming shit with a 4-wheeler and a little trailer that had a vacuum on it because llamas like predominantly shit in the same spots. Mm-hmm. Also, fun fact about a llama: the males are called herd sires because they kick up dirt and they make a dirt pile. This is also my first Louis Regal album, which I burned. But they kick up dirt, and the higher the dirt pile that the llama stands on and postures, the females that we keep separated from those llamas, they'll gravitate towards the male with the highest pile of dirt, which is probably where I got my fucking relationship advice and style from, you know, the herd sires. He's like, yo, if I'm just a fucking dirtbag, like, they'll come flocking, you know.
Hey, it works.
Yeah, llama shit vacuumer, I would say.
Did you guys sell it?
Oh no!
Because it's such good fertilizer.
Yeah, well, people would just come pick that stuff
Yeah.
up. Like we had like off of Highway 1 up in Mendocino, you could just stop and get it. Also, we would let people, our artisans, come and like comb our llamas and shit because they would get the wool and all the leftover. And they just fill up trash bags, and it was, you know, it's really.
Didn't you train llamas or some shit?
That was camels, but my grandpa had llamas.
Did you guys have to say "kush"?
No.
For them to crouch down. That's
No.
what they would always say is "kush." They had me. Well, besides, I'm pretty sure that they put me in a version of a blackface when I was a kid.
Oh.
You know what I mean? They dressed me up like a Peruvian, and I got the picture in my room, and it's like we're in the 4th of July parade in Mendocino. I'm like 5 or 6, and I'm dressed like a Peruvian, and I've got a kazoo in my mouth, and I'm doing Grand Old Flag, but dressed like a Peruvian in a 4th of July parade, and a llama in front of me. I got too close when they stopped to like wave at everyone, and it kicked me in the fucking face.
Oh shit!
And that's how I lost my front teeth the first time, and the kazoo broke in my mouth.
Oh my
like,
god!
Stabbed me and shit. I was like, oh, it's on with these llamas, dude.
Next time we do recording with you guys, that's what I'm drawing. I'm drawing a llama kicking you in a kazoo.
Dude, for real, I wish.
That's
I mean,
crazy.
I'm so upset. Like, I mean, I grew up getting tattooed by my friends, and I'm glad that I could be their little scratch pad for it. But now that I'm older, I honestly wish that I could get all of my tattoos removed and just get like the neck of the llama, you know?
Yeah.
Just the fucking the side profile of it, just whole chest piece.
Yeah.
Nothing would have been more terrifying to a human being if they wanted to start some shit and you peel off your shirt and you got a fucking llama. Like, you'd be like, this man's an assassin, you know?
This guy's gonna spit in your face at least.
Do they have that quick, powerful kick like a horse does?
Yeah.
Oh.
It's a snap because they got a little, they got 2 hooves back there. You know what I mean? So I mean, it's not as like obviously strong as a horse, but I mean they are pack animals. They were used to carry goods up and down the mountains and stuff. Yeah, that's how they got them out.
Well, just for the final Sophie's Choice question, then we'll wrap. Would you rather, in that situation, the kick to the face or your head went right into his asshole?
I'm gonna go ahead and just put my nose right up his ass, dude. Because I had a kazoo stuck in the roof of my mouth, and it, you know, I was kind of traumatized by it. You know,
I don't mean to laugh at your misfortune. That's just
I'll show you.
It's a safer answer.
Yeah. And I'll show you, and that's why I say like the version of blackface, because I'm like, yo, you can't just like be dressing kids up like Peruvians, and I'll never be president because someone's like, oh, cultural appreciation. And as they should.
I know you want to be president so bad too.
As they should, you know. Yeah, the world needs it. They need another white president. You know, and I get it. I get the hate. I hate white people too. Man. We had our time. We fucked it up.
This is done, man.
Television.
There you go, you guys. That we've been served. Check, please. Kate, that's the dish. That's the episode. What's the next move for you guys? What's the next move for the Codefendants?
I'm buying a home.
Fucking, world takeover.
Pilates.
I wanna rob Warner Brothers of $1 billion.
I think I'm gonna take the bar exam.
Okay. Yoga instruction.
That would be good.
That would be good.
I also kind of want to start eating better.
Okay.
I was also thinking about
I'm gonna start doing
a pen pal.
I'm gonna get back on my push-up game.
Maybe become a mechanic.
Oh, that wasn't on recorded.
mechanic.
I wish we did because Dibbs said that great line.
Yeah.
But that wasn't being recorded.
No, that's
Damn
fine.
it.
What did he
Great
say?
We got to hear
about
it.
Ceschi squeezing him so hard. Fucking
An egg getting out?
When I squeezed him, I was on my game again. It was a short-lived moment. Then I got injured.
Oh, when you were in Tucson?
Yeah,
Oh,
I
yeah,
got sick in Tucson, and then my weightlifting game went away.
What do fans what should they be aware of right now? Aside from the print drop.
Print drop is what the most thing.
Yeah.
They don't got to know about the other shit.
Okay, not yet.
Nothing else is happening.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm just kidding. Just come to our shows.
Say what up. Bring some
Say what
drugs.
up. Kick it. And yeah, we just filmed a new video.
Within Decline,
Within
what up?
Decline. And
Also, don't forget to take out
we're
his
going to have
name.
a series of singles and then eventually an album.
Awesome. What's the best way that you prefer people to stay informed with
There's
Codefendants
one way.
Ventures?
It's Instagram. It's the
Awesome.
only thing we do anything on. In fact, we don't have any other social media, and that's it.
You have a website.
Oh, we have a website too, but we don't.
Bandcamp? Or you just
We don't have that either.
Yeah.
We're just Instagram.
We're trying to keep our shit limited so that
Yeah.
when we want to, or if we want to take control of stuff, we don't. There's no sense in us having our whole catalog on YouTube or stuff like that. If you're gonna fuck with us, we'll put up three, 4 songs on there, and that's all you're gonna get.
Yeah.
I'm not giving my money to fucking YouTube or Spotify or Instagram, all these fucking people that are doing shit for artists ever. Fucking 0.13 cents. Suck a dick, Rick.
Yeah.
And all other artists out there, make your own shit, make your own site. Everybody else pays for fucking their apps on their phone. There's 40 fucking apps on your phone that you're paying $2.99 for, $3.99. Let the artist fucking charge you $3.99 a fucking month and help people pay bills.
Yeah, we're trying to work on something bigger like that.
Just
Cut
out
out
of
some
curiosity,
middlemen.
I'm on you on Patreon. Are there any moves to do a Codefendants Patreon?
It's gonna be. I want to build a whole new thing eventually for Crimewave.
Yeah.
And that's gonna, we're in the works. We're working with some designers, and so it'll have Patreon type
feel.
options.
Okay.
But it'll be like a whole multimedia. It'll be a whole site with an app attached to it and everything. That'll be our individual app. And hopefully, the way I envision it is then we can start actually gifting that to other artists, and so we can start disrupting these tech warlords.
Yeah.
The way I see them, they're these
Which are
tech
getting bold.
monopolies that are just acting like we need to use them for everything.
Right.
I don't believe that. I believe that, in fact, they're milking us for our art and our brains and our bodies and
We
our
work
everything.
for them.
I don't want to work for them anymore.
They're getting more and more crazy. I mean, look at fucking Elon Musk.
Yeah.
All right, bro, you gave $270 million to a president so he could be elected. He probably also gave $270 million to fucking Kamala, too.
Yeah.
For the whole thing. And
Whoever
now
was
he's
elected.
in there. I'm not left or right or whatever, but fuck that.
He's
You know what I mean?
a dollar.
No, it's just
It's worse.
this extreme power needs to be checked and needs to be disrupted.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm all about, and a lot of people that we're working with are about that too. So we're going to come with some really interesting movements, and a lot of it is based around this house we're in right now. It's we want to do shit like the 90s again. We're having parties, and we're having events where we're building community in person.
Yeah.
And then online, we want to do the same thing. And I do like Patreon a lot, and it's saved my ass over the last couple of years.
And you're one of
whenever I
the
started
good ones
here.
at it, though, too, because it is a
I
word.
try to keep up
and you
with
keep
it.
up
He
on
works
it.
every day at that shit. He's in
Yeah.
there. He wakes up at
This month
5:30
I've been a
in the
little.
morning,
I've been driving a lot, so it's been tough. But
You had nothing to apologize. You are
Yeah.
one of the ones. I've had a Patreon for a long time, and I've posted 5 things.
yeah. So so I do like that model, and I want to make it even. I want to make it with even less middlemen.
Yeah. Yep.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's kind of one of the goals, the long-term goals.
Well, keep your eyes out for that, everybody. Oh, you guys fucking was awesome coming to your place and being in your presence.
Yeah, thank you for visiting, guys.
Thanks for having us.
It's killed it. I love this fucking Slimer picture. Ceschi, thanks for this fucking beautiful. Another. This is war. This is a war now. You get this, right? Like now, I'm gonna have to commission you to fucking paint something on him.
A butthole face.
Straight up.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro.
Just in celebration.
It's gonna be the guy that's got his head.
Lips, I don't know. I just.
Yeah.
He's just a great whistler.
I'm gonna get you to paint that girl.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Paint me like one of your horrors.
And she's got Ceschi's tattooed. Ceschi's face tattooed on her chest. I hope she doesn't either.
She does. She does have my my face on her chest.
All right, you guys. Thanks so much for joining us. That's the joint. These guys are fucking a lot of fun to kick it with. All right, peace.
Thanks, guys.
I've considered suicide by police. We're trying myself, but my finger's missing. So I guess I'll stare at a wall and scream for now.
Okay, there you go. Thank you so much to the co-defendants. It was a really good time to like go there in person. I'm grateful to Ceschi for inviting us to the band house.
Yeah,
How you like the band house?
I liked it.
Yeah, it was cool.
nice. Yeah.
We set up and just had the discussion right there. They're signing the prints and the certificates of authenticity right there in person. It was just a good experience. It was cool to be there. And then after the recording, we went out back and did some spray painting with Sam. And yeah, it was just a cool experience. And then we hopped in our truck, drove right back to Utah, packed up the truck, and woke up early in the morning and drove to Hannibal, Missouri.
Yep.
Here we are in Hannibal, Missouri. just several days ago, we were in Las Vegas.
And before that, we were just in Tucson.
And the day before that, we were in Tucson.
That
Arizona.
morning of Vegas, we were in Tucson.
This is our life. Yep, there you go. Thanks so much to the co-defendants. Ceschi played us some songs, a song that they have, and that's going to be coming out soon. Because when I asked them at the end of the episode what's coming up, it was kind of not tight-lipped, but not talking about things that are coming up. But what he played for me, you should just keep an eye on this space because it was fucking awesome. Mm-hmm. They're so good. They are really so good. It was such a pleasure sitting with them. There's a nice difference of sound between them all. Yes.
That really makes it sound good. Sometimes people like to all kind of sound the same in a thing, and they all sound very different, and I think it works very, very well.
It really does. And at some point, there's another member that might be coming to there, we were told.
Mm-hmm.
If that happens, that'll be also great.
I do remember hearing a co-defendant's song at some point, and it was Sam, and he was rapping, and I was like, Sam can rap.
Oh, he can get down.
But so it was just funny that he was like, oh yeah, what was during this episode? He told us what his rapper name was, like Elroy or something.
Boom bap, yeah, they're.
So I was like, oh, that makes sense.
Yeah.
I didn't know that he was a hip hop kind of person. I just thought he was all punk or, what is Dad? Punk?
Yeah. It's like Bay Area punk, like skate punk kind of. But they now have like a lot of reggae jam, and he raps a lot in it. They're so good. In fact, when on our trip to Vegas, we went with some friends because she likes Pennywise, I think, our friend's wife. She likes, who are they talking about that she really liked? That doesn't matter. We took them to the Ceschi, to the co-defendants. Get Dead was also performing, and they're fans. Really became fans.
Yep.
And you wouldn't tip based off of what we know about these friends of ours. You wouldn't think they'd be fans, but they were. They've been listening to them quite a bit, and I'm very happy about that because I'm a big fan of the co-defendants. So really happy that they showed up and for us and we had discussion, and I'm really proud of the print, and I hope as soon as that drops, I hope every single one of you go out there and get your hands on it because it's a limited deal. Yep.
That's
so. Before you opt to sign off, don't forget our episode is not completely over until you've heard Blacklick's last words. There's the drawing that you're looking at below us. I wasn't going to draw, but Ceschi thought it would be funny to draw Sam as Slimer because they call him Slimer, and the reason why is not going to be spoken about, but
fucking funny. So yeah, there's Sam as Slimer, and yeah, enjoy that. If you like it, you can buy a print of it at DOD45.com. Scroll all the way down to the bottom, and that's where you can get prints to any of the drawings that I've done for any one of our guests. Our guests, in case you didn't know, our guests get the original drawing. I send the original drawing to every single one of our guests.
You even gave that original to them.
I gave them the original piece of that
that you guys are
print
standing from.
Yeah, I gave them the original, that original, and yeah, if you know how much the originals cost, that doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I'm honored that Ceschi asked me to do the drawing, and there you go. So, all right, let me do a movie share. My movie share for this episode is a movie called The Uprising.
임금이나 노비나 애동하다 왕에게 돌팔매질 하는 것뿐 그게 백성입니다.
I watched it with my son, and it is a fucking great movie. I really liked it. It's a Korean historical drama, and that's on Netflix. It is a subtitle movie, but it's so good. It's set during the Japanese occupation of Korea in the early 1900s. I don't know a whole lot about all of that was going on over there in Asia. It's really interesting stuff. I've always been a fan of samurai, ninja, all that stuff. I'm a fan of that, but not surprisingly or surprisingly, I don't know all the history of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, most people, that's a typical American.
It is interesting. No, it's just typical life. You learn it as you get older, probably. But it is interesting to think that, it wasn't just colonizers, right, that we think of wanting to occupy other spaces because, they were doing the same thing over there. Japan was trying to get China.
Yeah, it's human. It's human.
Korea, all of that. Yeah, it is. It really is. That's why... That's nothing.
Oh, are you going to do it? It doesn't matter?
No, I was going to say, that's my beef with flags. It just reminds me of like sticking a flag in and being like, mine. It's mine now.
Mine. Yeah. Yeah. Adrian's not a big fan of flags. And yeah, all the things going on with flags these days, you can see why. Anyway, so the movie follows a crew of outlaws, rebels, and freedom fighters trying to protect their homeland. It's got that classic samurai meets Western vibe. Think The Good, the Bad, the Ugly meets Seven Samurai. Kind of got that thing going on, except it's a Korean movie. That's cool. It's stylized. It's got gritty action. There's sword fights, shootouts, sweeping wide shots that feel like Kurosawa, who's one of my favorite film directors. Kurosawa filtered through Quentin Tarantino, maybe. I don't know. That's but
sounds like another one I would watch.
Yeah, I think you would really like it. But you don't like reading subtitles, or you don't mind so much?
I don't like reading titles if the show is in English.
Yeah, because they say the subtitle comes up before they say the line or something. Yeah. Anyways, the stakes feel high throughout the whole movie. It's Lifeland Legacy. It's got really, really amazing cinematography, as you would expect through a movie shot in Asia, over there. Just that's
Korea
somewhere I want to go.
Absolutely beautiful.
But I think most of this takes place in Japan.
Well, that's also beautiful.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. Yeah, I love the architecture, all of it. Dusty plains, rich costumes, deep shadows, themes of resistance, loyalty, and moral gray zones. Nobody's clean and everybody's desperate. It's a fucking cool movie. It's a slow burn at times, but the payoff is worth it. When the action kicks in, just watch it. It's a period drama with blood and blade and politics and subtext. This one's really good. If you dig revenge kind of movies and team dynamics, there's a lot to latch on to. Hit me up with your take on the movie. I'd like for you to check it out. I really enjoyed it. Adrienne, what?
Hit me up.
Hit me up before you go. Tell me about your experience with The Uprising.
Is that what it's called, The Uprising? Maybe I did watch that.
Uprising. You may have. It's really good. It's like really dark. Not dark in theme.
We did.
Dark.
That's a
Picture.
my pick. That was the movie I picked.
Oh shit! I thought I watched it with Soul.
He watched it with us.
Maybe Nolly
I
didn't
did
watch
like
it. It was just
that
the three of
movie.
us
It was
watched
good,
it.
yeah.
Yeah. All right, let's go to Adrienne and Ty and Ceschi. Oh nope.
Maybe not a Chesky.
Chesky's
Should
song
have
share is a
one.
Monkees. I asked him. I was like, if we get able to get a song share in
that's
us,
right, Monkee.
there should be a Monkees song. What would be your favorite Monkees song? I'll slip a Monkee song in here.
Because I feel like this is going to air right before 420.
Right before 420.
Right before 420, I chose a song for 420.
Oh, what is this?
It's another
song?
Mick Jenkins song, which I know I've done before. It's featuring also Bad Bad Not Good, which I've done before. But I feel like if I was a stoner, this would be a great song. So
Well, I became a Mick Jenkins fan because of you, so
this is for all the stoners out there, and even those who aren't stoned, because this is still a good song.
you don't have to be a stoner to like it.
But I think it's probably better if you were. Even better. Okay, ready?
Yes.
Okay.
We erasing mistakes, we just learn from them till we earn from them. That's how I started talking this water. That's when we started making the money. 6 figures and not one was a father. And wonder how a nigga fuck up your daughter. Same way I fuck up my lungs. You know I came just to smoke.
Yeah.
There you go. There's my 420 celebration song.
That's good. 420 plus 420 equals?
840.
That's right.
That was fast, man.
That was pretty quick. I didn't think you were going to get that.
Were you scared for me?
No.
Oh, I should have been. Never throw math at me again.
Good song share. Yeah, Mick Jenkins, I'm a fan of. Real quickly, before I do my song share, there was a song, we were talking with somebody. Oh, the 18 and Counting episode. You're the one that actually turned me on to, or put me on to 18 and Counting.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
I know. I thought we discovered them together at the skate park or this thing. But
No,
you,
but he was there.
Yeah.
But I just paid attention.
Yeah. All right. So my song share is an old one, but I guess this could fit into 420. It's got 420 kind of vibes.
Okay.
It very much just reminds me of Samoa, and it just it reminds me of being a young. When I was younger, I always was like, am I Samoan? Or when I was with my Samoan family, I felt like I was not Samoan. When I was with my my Caucasian family, I felt very
Dutch.
Samoan.
They weren't Caucasian.
Dutch, whatever. Anyway,
Caucasian.
when I just felt out of place, but there was a moment in my maybe around 10, 11, and 12, when my uncle Manu Jr. was living with us, and we had turntables in the house, and this was a record that played on a lot, and it just feels so good to me. And anytime I hear her voice, that was when I felt comfortable in my skin as a 10-year-old. I felt my Polynesian or whatever. I just felt it from this music, and it's not even Polynesian music. But for those of you who don't know, in Samoa they play a lot of reggae music. So when I hear reggae, I feel very much like when I'm standing in the ocean water, and when I hear reggae music, I feel rooted. This song is a representation of that. It's a song called Bam Bam by Sister Nancy.
I told them no, it's from creation. I told them no, it's from creation. Bam bam, hey, what a bam bam, bam bam dilang, bam bam, bam bam dilang, bam bam, hey, what a bam bam, what a bam bam.
It just feels so good to me. That song was released in 1982 off her album 1-2. It's one of the most iconic dance hall tracks of all time.
Dance hall?
Yeah, they call that kind of dance hall. That's a dance hall reggae. Yeah, they call that dance hall. Sister Nancy was the first female dance hall DJ to rise to major prominence. Bam Bam has been sampled, flipped, and referenced by nearly everybody. Lauryn Hill, even K-Way and Jay-Z. Like everybody's sampled. What?
Kanye. That's why I'm rolling my eyes.
But yeah, you hear that hook and it's instantly recognizable. Great fucking song. Love it. It makes me feel great. So there you go. There's my song share. I wrote, it's more than a song share. It's a cultural cornerstone.
Whoa.
Yeah. Which I'm working on.
Song. I can't imagine dancing to it at a dance hall, but I like it.
You're talking literal. Dance hall is like a
genre.
Yeah. And that's that. When I, yeah, that, yeah. Yeah, good. Thanks, everybody. DOD45 loves LUVS. That's the song, our song share playlist on Spotify. That's where all the songs we've shared on past episodes, it's where they're all in one place. It's a really cool playlist. I listen to it a lot because it's wide range. It's eclectic. There's music from all genres. It's a cool playlist. You can just play it all day long at your gallery, at your library, at your firehouse, at your leisure or leisure. Okay, there you go. Adrienne, was there anything else you needed to say?
I mean, there's a lot that needs to be said out there, but we'll just skip that for now. We'll just keep on
keeping on. Oh, look at you.
What?
Keep on keeping on is very reminiscent of Good On Ya.
Throw some shrimp on the bobby? Is that what we're getting back to?
I don't know.
Good on ya? You said that like in an Australian accent.
I don't know. This weekend, if this episode's out on the 15th, is our Little Things Gallery show, which opens April 18th, the opening night party. It's a fun one. If you're in Hannibal, anywhere near Hannibal, Missouri, take the trip out to come see it. It's going to be a cool, fun night. We got curated music, like mixes made by Mopes of Strange Famous Records.
Formerly known as
Prolific. And music from Dose One, he made a mix for it, and music by Mr. Dibbs. Really excited to be playing those. Also, we're playing the video that I made for Mr. Dibbs. It's an exclusive just for you who are coming out to the show for the opening. We're playing the live video. We're playing that video that I made for Mr. Dibbs' set for the Imagine the Fun tour. So you can see that playing here, and then artwork from many past guests on the DOD45 show.
Star Wars style, all the artists.
I could try to. Here, it's playing right now. These are all the artists that are playing that have artwork in the show with specific rules. The show's called 12 Little Things. The artwork couldn't be over 12 by 12. Anything under 12 inches by 12 inches was allowed in the show. And we specifically invited many artists, and then also took submissions from a lot of upcomers and other people. So it's a great list of artists, artists I've been following for years on Instagram.
Many good pieces. But also, can I just mention that you don't have to be in Missouri to see all of the artwork or even purchase it.
Yeah, this is our first show where where the artwork is available online. The way we're doing it though is the people who come to the opening night, they get first dibs on all the artwork there, and then you'll be able to. And
I'll just have to remember to publish to the website the next day.
That's exclusive for people at the live who come to the opening night.
Okay,
they have first dibs on all the artwork there because we have rare pieces. Oh well, I'm not. Yeah, you'll see.
So I will the morning of the 19th. Then
I can do it too.
Publish it.
Publish. All right, there you go. Our Old Blue Gallery live episode with Cast One. If that's not out yet, maybe it's going to be out here soon. Who knows? There's so much going on. Thanks for watching our show. Thanks for supporting my art. With the Art by Tai business, we have a crazy schedule going on, but barring if this episode came out on the 15th, you'll find us at Oklahoma City next weekend. Our whole schedule is up on artbytai.com, so check that out. That's where we're slanging art. Because Art by Tai funds DOD45 show. That's just so you know. Thanks again to Codefendants for joining us on our show. Be sure to hoard as much of their music as possible. It's all great. Like I said, I heard a new track that they finished recording that's not out yet. It's brilliant. Also, check out other Ceschi projects, other Get Dead projects. Go back, listen to NoFX, and listen to it thinking, Adrienne thought these guys were British. Also, follow Ceschi on Patreon. He really does that Patreon well. He's constantly posting old recordings, new recordings. He's on there often. And I think it's only like $5 a month or something like that.
Oh, cool.
Upcoming episode with Mally from Minnesota, maybe Blueprint, whatever. That's us done. Adrienne, do you have any words?
Brr.
Brr. Thanks for spending your time. Thanks for spending your evening with us. Tell your friends and family about the DOD45 show. Have yourself a terrific week. And now marinate on these last words from Black and Nick.
Peace. Yeah, I got some last words. Any last words?
I have a couple.
Sometimes what we tell ourselves is darkness is really just the result of being blinded by the light. When I was a kid, they said I was bright. You know, I was like, oh yeah, I'm bright, okay. And then they said I was dumb, or that I was slow, and they put me in like remedial classes, which actually ended up being a great thing because I discovered how much I love creative writing and the whole world changed for me. But later on, I encountered a lot of people that I considered to be brilliant, especially like, you know, in doing radio, creating freestyle sessions, or just being an artist, throwing shows, you know, traveling around, you know, just experiencing other people's talent. You get exposed to their brilliance, and like you can see it so clear, and you're like, why can't this person see how great they are? Why do they keep just limiting themselves? And then that's when it hits you. It's because they can't see it. Because they're so brilliant, they're so bright, that their light has blinded their vision. You know, blind ambition takes you to a dark place. And the result typically is the internal struggle and the depression that comes with feeling like a failure. No matter how successful you may be in one area, no matter how many people might love what you do, you'll find yourself unable to love yourself because you can't even begin to see or perceive yourself to see why it is that you're so great. It's a hard thing, and some people call it like imposter syndrome, or, you know, like learning how to deal with your shadow self or whatever. Me, I just call that shit life. And there's two things we shouldn't do. One, chase the sun, and two,
Stop what you're doing and listen.
DOD45. Thank you for joining in on yet another episode of the DOD45 Show. Please hit the subscribe or follow button so that you never miss an episode. You can even go one step further by leaving us a review on the YouTube stream or on Spotify, Apple Podcast, or wherever it is that you stream our show from. You can find me at Art by Tai on all the socials or at artbytai.com. And if you'd like to follow the DOD45 Show on social media, we're at DOD45W on Instagram, or you can go over to our website at DOD45.com where you can shoot us an email, join our mailing list, and watch all of our past episodes. Consider joining us for a live chat on the YouTube premieres of episodes now every Tuesday night at 7 p.m. Eastern. Peace.